Tomorrow we're going to Texas.
All right,
I'm excited about that.
Going to Texas?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that does sound tight. Going to Texas. Going down to Texas. Hey. Stupid. All right, I'm live now. Going to Texas. Going down to Texas. Hey. All right, I'm live now.
You know what it is? I just thought about it as soon as I got in the house.
What?
I had my hotspot on.
Oh.
That's probably why I didn't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look up. Let me see if I can get that audio. All right, I'm gonna disconnect over here, okay? All right. Peace. All right. All right. So hey, everybody. Yeah. So, just got done watching my Insecure. I'm feeling a lot better actually. I've been out of commission for the entire week, actually. Oh, well, look at that. Shout out to Louis Leon. He's got the actual article here. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. We're going to go ahead and share that. We're going to go over that. But one of my subscribers was talking about, Trump was talking about people should be injected with vaccine. That sounds ludicrous, but stuff like that could happen. So we're gonna kind of dive into that a little bit. Let's we got a 26-minute clip, so I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen on this one. For all of you beautiful people. Again, if you guys would like to get on the panel, just let me know, and I will be more than happy to get you on the panel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the stream, because we're going to talk about everything in the title and more, because this junk crazy. And I got my man GS. Hold on. GS, can you hear me, brother?
Can hear you, brother. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. Excellent.
Right.
I'm going to turn that up a little bit. So yeah, they're talking about Trump is talking about injecting people with disinfectant. So let me go ahead and share my screen, because that sounds crazy. He also said UV or other very powerful light. Wow.
What happened?
I'm going to play the clip. This sounds crazy. This sounds wild. Wow. Let's go ahead and shout out to Twisted Q on that. Let's just see. All right, I'm going to play this joint.
I do want to mention a man who's done a very good job for us, Dr. Robert Redfield, was totally misquoted in the media.
Oh, he was misquoted.
A statement about.
Let me run that
I do want
back.
to mention a man who's done a very good job for us, Dr. Robert Redfield, was totally misquoted in the media.
Oh.
No.
The fall season and the virus, totally misquoted. I spoke to him. He said it was ridiculous.
That quote that I just read was accurate, right, sir? That's the quote from the Washington Post. You were accurately quoted, correct?
I'm accurately quoted in the Washington Post.
Okay, so he said it, but let's see what he said. And I'll read this. Trump suggests injecting disinfectant to treat coronavirus and touts power of sunlight to beat disease. Not as a treatment, top White House disease expert says, contradicting president on sunlight killing COVID-19. Wow. So let's dive into that. Let's dive. Donald Trump, a businessman by training and trade, floated more trial medical balloons on Thursday night, reportedly suggesting disinfectant be injected into the bodies of humans to cure coronavirus patients while doubling down on his claims that sunlight kills the deadly virus.
Donald Trump, a businessman by
You go ahead and post that.
Man, so I mean, that don't even make sense.
Yeah, I know. I see the disinfectant that knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning? The president said during his daily COVID-19 briefing. A senior White House senior health official under questioning from reporters later said federal laboratories are not considering or trying to develop such a treatment option. Mr. Trump continued to launch trial balloons, some of which catch with his core supporters and others that can cause a ruckus for several hours before fading from public consciousness. You see, it gets in the lungs and does tremendous number on the lungs. So it would be interesting to check that, he said, appearing to refer to the disinfectant idea. We're going to have to use medical doctors, but it seems interesting to me. The president, appearing to go off his prepared opening remarks, made this declaration. We're very close to a vaccine. But Anthony Fauci, his top infectious disease official, has said such a drug will be in development for up to 18 months. He has told the president in public meetings that 1 full year from the start of the vaccine development, which began in March, would be the fastest one that could be safely deployed. Mr. Fauci told CBS News earlier this year it could be possible to shave a few months off the development of the vaccine, but he cautions against giving scientific processes too little time to ensure the drug works and is safe.
Oh man, I mean, but this is my thing, right? Like, okay, like that's funny and shit. I'm sure like everybody has a good crack at it. Like I'm sure like all the Democrats are making fun of them.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure like a lot of Republicans are like, yeah, of course, why the fuck not? You know, like I mean, regardless, like there's people that I'm pretty sure see that he's right, or some people that see that he's wrong. But
by training and trade.
Go ahead, bro. Sorry.
No. So I mean, it's one of those things of like, I don't know, man. It's dumb, but I feel like it's on purpose. You know what I mean? Like, I know this motherfucker's not that dumb, man. You know, like I mean, maybe he's a little fucking dumb. He's a little crazy.
Yeah,
but you can't say he's a dumb man.
No, certainly by no stretch of the imagination. But it's like it's like a con job. You know, it's just trying to see, you know, how many people he can essentially go ahead and con. You know, I mean, I don't think he intentionally. Well, you know, I don't know. I don't know. Don't know if I can safely say that. But what I can say is that I don't know. I'm at a loss for words on that one. I'll be honest. That's the first time I've kind of been at a loss for words.
It's just interesting, man. Like it's just like I don't know, man. It's like I don't know where we were at before we got into this live chat and we ended up here, but it's like they're teeing this up, man. Yeah, like they're teeing it up just to, hey, look, no matter what, guys, it's gonna be a year before we get a vaccine. We don't know what's gonna happen. Numbers are gonna shoot like crazy. We gotta be very precautious. We're gonna make sure that we're giving you money because, like, obviously, we know this is gonna be tough times. So we're gonna like look to fund you guys like $2,000 more a month. That sounds great. I love all this. That sounds amazing. I love that the government is doing that.
Right.
But at what cost?
We're gonna dive. Right? I'm actually gonna get that video footage up for the hot mic, and then I'm gonna bring up the proposals as well on the screen.
And it's like, and it's one of those things like, at what cost? I'm like, we're just gonna keep printing money.
Right. Yeah, and that's what someone had commented on a YouTube video about that, talking about what are we gonna do? Just print money. But I think people forget something. I mean, yes, if you print too much money, you would tank your dollar. However, the dollar doesn't quite work like that. And it hasn't worked like that in a long time, actually. In regards to what it would take to tank the dollar. Because you got to remember, the dollar is the world's reserve currency, right?
Yeah.
It is that. And, given that it is the world's reserve currency and the dollar is backed by the U.S. military and its might, that's what that's where the value in the dollar really is. Because as of Bretton Woods, all those years ago, our money's not backed by, anything really tangible. It's not backed by gold anymore.
I do know that. Yeah.
So,
But I thought it was backed by oil, wasn't it? But if it's backed by oil, then we're kind of fucked. Saudi Arabia has that probably.
right. But we got a lot of oil ourselves. Our petrodollar, uh, it's very strong. A lot of people think we're gonna have to go save the oil companies. I don't know if I agree with that though. I don't think I agree with that. I don't think we're gonna need to save them. Oil is. Let's see what the current price of oil is. Let's see, current price.
It's very cheap, man. It's actually fun. I'm like, dude, gas is like at $1.68 over here.
$1.68. Damn, that's low. The lowest I've seen is $1.67. I mean, $1.73 over here in Wesley Chapel. Let's go ahead and put that on the screen. And let's see here. So, crude oil prices today. So we have. Oh, there we go. Shale's decline will make way for a next big thing in oil. And what's that? Well, it looks like the oil's so crude is doing pretty well. It's up almost 1%. Brent crude's up. So it's looking pretty good, but let's see. The current price.
Well, you're looking at one day. Like, why don't you look at the year just to see where it's at? Because I mean, it could be up, but if it was like at 15%, but the average was at 30%, what does that mean? That's the thing about them graphs. You just gotta do it by a year. Because you had it by a day.
All right, so about 150 years of oil price history and one chart illustrating crude's spectacular plunge below $0 a barrel, and that was made today. So let's take a look at that. And this is the graph, figure 1. Okay, so from 1870 to 2020, the cost of a barrel of oil in nominal terms. So we have 0, we got 20 bucks, 40 bucks. Okay. So oil stayed roughly about a barrel from the 1870s. It kind of spiked up, but then normalized around 1880. Had its last spike, and then it was normalized for the next 30 years and normalized to 1915. Then it did a little movement, went up, but not quite to $10 a barrel, and then went back down from the 1930s to roughly the 1973. It was normalized at its normal level. It's been for like over 40 years. And that's when oil started spiking up, right just before 1975. We have it at about $10 per barrel. Then it slowly crept up at about 1980. We had it at close to $20 a barrel. And then that bid jumped from 1980 at its height. And 1985, we're looking at $40 a barrel. And then it went slowly down, corrected. And then it's pretty much been tumultuous since 1983 and onward. 1990, we're looking at the same $40 a barrel, and then it went below that, and then just been skyrocketing ever since on kind of a jagged chart from 2000, and it was at its absolute height of $140 a barrel back in, I believe that's 2010. And then it's gone down, and now it's dipped to minus $40 a barrel currently.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wow.
That's fucked. I mean,
Wow.
they got money. You know, they'll continue to make money. I'm sure.
Right. I mean, they got goo gobs of money. I mean, they've been making money for hundreds of years. So I mean, I think they'll be fine. I think, hopefully they're managing their money pretty well.
I'm sure they are. But I mean, so looking at this, okay, so like one of the things, right, like with the COVID-19 going back to this and doing this, because I mean, thinking of just looking at this shit makes me think of jobs.
Yep.
Because it makes me just think of like fuck, man. Because I mean, if oil's going down that low, that must be that there's not that much movement, right? Like a lot of planes, a lot of shit, a lot of things that are usually moving are not moving at the time.
Yeah.
And because they're not moving at the time, that means the rest of the economy is the same way. Like
some areas. I mean, some areas.
Some areas, of course, there's areas that are blooming. It's just weird to see for the economy to be that way.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Like what do you how do you think we're gonna rebound from this? Like being the numbers more than I do, I'm sure.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. I know just as much as you do. Now, I think, well, you see this outcry of people wanting to, a few people in the grand scheme of things wanting to get back to work, right? You see them, they kind of sold it to us as this is the worst thing since moldy sliced bread. And now you're seeing Donald Trump and Republicans and others saying, okay, so it's really not that bad. And, we need you guys to get back to work. People are like, hell no, y'all, you sold it to us like this was, horrible, right? And that we get infected if we just looked at, breathed on people, touched. Now you want us all to go back to work where we can get infected? You crazy. So you have some governors, was it the Georgia governor that is opening up nail salons and movie theaters, or saying that these businesses can open and be open for business? I think it was Georgia. Let's see, what states are opening back up? There we go. Let's put that on the screen. Here's when all 50 states plan to reopen after coronavirus. So let's see here. I'll pull that up. Let's put that up on the screen. All right, and okay. Governors are beginning to announce timelines for relaxing strict measures taken to mitigate the coronavirus. Many states, May 1st is the date. So 7 days from, 8 days from now, I think you're going to see a lot of states open up, trying to get back to work. I just see it. We'll see if the people have the will to do it. Let's see here. Many states are dropping stay-at-home orders beginning May 1st, while several states have not yet announced an end to the restrictions. At the federal level, President Trump last week issued guidelines that will allow governors to take a phased and deliberate approach to reopening their individual states. Governors will be empowered to tailor an approach that meets the diverse circumstances of their own states, Trump said. And some states, let's see here. There we go. Got you back. All I was saying is,
Kicked out.
yeah, it'll do that sometimes. Sorry about that. Governors will be empowered to tailor an approach that meets the diverse circumstances of their own states, Trump said, and some states will be able to open up sooner than others. Health officials are warning states not to reopen businesses or allow large gatherings too quickly for fear of resurgence of COVID-19 cases. But governors are under pressure to stimulate local economies that have been hard hit by closure. Many states plan a phased approach to reopening in an effort of balance and priorities. Here are the reopening timelines announced so far by all 50 states and the District of Columbia. So Alabama says April 30th, so 7 days from now, they're going to expire their stay-at-home order. It plans to follow the state task force recommendations, which include first allowing small retailers, restaurants, and other businesses to reopen with proactive measures in place. Schools are closed for the rest of the year, though, in Alabama. So let's just take a quick look at that. Let's see what their reopen responsibly phase 1 emergency task force outline looks like. Look at that. Retail overview. The first stores that's going to reopen, jewelry stores. Okay. They're trying to get these women out shopping. It's like, you've been at home, he needs to buy you a diamond. Okay. So this is what the Alabama governor said. Dear Governor Ivey, thank you for including the Small Business Commission in Alabama's response to ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. As you're aware, an emergency task force was created to assess the effect and pandemic of a small business. Let's see here, a small business. And let's see here. Subcommittee was charged with determining the best method for safely reopening. So just a little note. So impacts economy and health. 306,000. There have been a total of 306,000 plus unemployment claims filed between March 16th and April 15th in Alabama. Uncertainty and lack of control are two drivers of stress, and we know that stress is related to increased anxiety and depression, particularly among people who are vulnerable. Okay. Right. $400 million. A 20% reduction in receipts to the general fund budget would mean a loss of $400 million and significantly reduced funding for numerous state agencies, state, county, local governments would also see major losses of revenue. So basically, get back to work so we can fund the government. If you guys get sick, that is a price we're willing to make. Cost willing to take. 1.3 billion. Alabama could see a decrease of 1.3 billion in the education trust fund budget if income and sales tax dropped by 20%. Decline of this magnitude would have a detrimental impact on Alabama's current and future workforce, economy, public health, and education system. And their subcommittee members, Democrats, Republicans, chairmen, executive directors, and the executive summary. Okay. The COVID-19 pandemic has caused uncertainty and disruption of all the areas of the daily lives of Alabamians. So that's what they're called. The spread of right. I never knew. The spread of the virus has severely strained Alabama's healthcare system, closed schools, universities, and canceled sporting events. From an economic perspective, government officials have mobilized containment and mitigation efforts by implementing guidelines for business and industry in an effort to reduce the spread of COVID-19 and prioritize the health and safety of Alabama citizens. Eventually, the Alabama Department of Public Health took the necessary steps of issuing a stay-at-home order for the public and deeming certain industries as essential. This measure resulted in the closure of certain businesses across the state, causing extreme instability to family, state, and local economies. Alabama's economic vitality is critical to the health and prosperity of the citizens of Alabama and will play a major role in the eventual defeat of COVID-19. For these reasons, the Alabama Small Business Commission's Emergency Task Force designated a specific committee to study how Alabama can fully reopen its economy in a safe, organized, and effective manner. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so retail industry COVID-19 measures. This is where the meat of it is. The retail industry is a prime example of industry that, if allowed to apply simple but effective measures against COVID-19, could protect against the spread and will result in reopening thousands of businesses across the state and reemploying hundreds of thousands of workers through the research performed on the retail industry, blah, blah, blah. All types can eliminate or extremely limit any interaction between employees and customers, as well as customers with other customers. In many cases, sanitation measures are already in place with most retailers and can easily be increased if certain measures are required. Measures to reduce interaction of customers in high traffic areas can easily be administered and enforced by employees and are measures that are already being utilized in grocery type retail stores.
Man, let me ask you a question. Just because of all this, like I'm just hearing all these rules, and
Yeah,
I want to step aside for a second.
yeah.
Go this way. Like, how much more do you think they're going to just continue to obviously just kind of like I don't know, man. Like, where do you stand with the COVID-19? Like, do you feel that it's as deadly as the news relays the message right now?
No, I don't. I
Okay.
don't. I think.
So
Yeah, no, I don't.
okay, so with that, so okay, we can agree with that. I'm pretty sure a lot of people feel the same way. It's been shown with others. I'm sure a lot of people feel not the same way. Like, some people are like, no, they are genuinely afraid, right? Like, I know those people.
Right.
But like we mentioned, if you look into it yourself, you can maybe make that assumption better yourself instead of listening to what they're telling you.
Right.
And if you do that yourself, then basically you don't let these states kind of just run you by fear, right? You know what I mean? Like the only reason they're passing this shit is because people are ran by fear.
Very true.
You know what I mean? And it's like, take a second, analyze the shit,
Right.
and be more educated about it instead of just being fear driven. I mean, I don't know, right? Like I said, we can have discussions. I'm not saying I'm right, but I am saying that the numbers from being what I'm seeing, it is not as deadly, and it should not be doing all this regardless. And this should have not happened regardless. And I should not have to hear about $2,000 a month more. Like, no, the economy should be back. We need to get things moving, right? And if
No,
not,
I agree.
trying to control it, okay, what's the reason? And I mean, when I see these laws and these rules in these states, it just makes me like, damn, like we forget that we as people also got a voice on this shit, and people feel that way. They should voice it more because I mean, I don't know, it's weird, man. You see a lot of small businesses are getting affected by this. A lot of people are their livelihoods and shit like that. So it's interesting. It's interesting to see just how much has changed in a matter of months.
Yeah, a lot is changing rapidly. Let me go ahead and since you brought it up, actually, before we actually get to that, let's finish with the retail measures. Because if you're in Alabama, and I'm sure this is going to look a lot like Florida or Illinois or New York, this is what they're saying when they open these places. This is what your experience is going to be like. So you're going to be monitoring the health of employees and sending home any employee who displays symptoms of COVID-19. So, okay. You're going to be limiting the number of people allowed inside the business at a time. Okay. Increase the frequency of sanitizing and cleaning measures. I'm fine with that. Enforcing social distancing. So maybe don't go to the retail store with your family because y'all got to be about 6 feet apart. Establishing measures to limit interaction between employees and customers. So self-checkout. Restaurant industry, COVID-19. So this is the big one because people, all they're talking about is going back out and so they can eat. Here are the recommendations included in the restaurant industry section of this report, and they're summarized as the following. Monitoring the health, enforcing social distancing in areas of place of business, including tables or booths, as well as outside the establishment there when there is a wait. So you're going to be literally going into Outback, right? And they're going to limit how many people can go in, and there'll probably be a booth or table strategically placed empty between you. So I guess it'll be more of an intimate dining experience. But these restaurants definitely won't be packed like they usually are. Limiting the number of people allowed inside, increasing the frequency of sanitation, and requiring PPEs, specifically face masks and gloves, for all employees who will interact with the customer. So your server and waiter is going to look like is going to look like a doctor, or going to look like a medical healthcare professional when they're taking your order. And you may end up having to wear a mask or gloves at the dinner table going out. Now, is that really worth it? What do you think? Is that worth it to you?
I don't know. To me, I feel like at least they're doing something. I mean, they're doing more than Illinois is right now. Like,
Oh yeah, what's Illinois?
they're at
Oh, we
least
can actually find that out. Oh, we can stop it. No ads. Let's see. What is Illinois doing? What did Illinois say? This is so your state says Illinois stay-at-home order is set to expire April 30th. Gov JB Pritzker is coordinating reopening the state with the governors of Indiana, Kentucky, Michigan, Minnesota, Ohio, and Wisconsin. Schools are closed the rest of the year. You're right. Illinois said they haven't said anything. Not a peep.
Yeah, basically they're like everything's going to continue the way it is till end of May. They're enforcing everybody has to wear masks, and I believe some other rules came out as well that I did not get in touch with. But basically, they're keeping it the way it is, which sucks a lot for basically like anybody in the restaurant industry and things like that. Right. Obviously. So I mean, I feel like that's like the worst thing about it, man. It's like you just see local businesses that are going to get affected from this more than anything. Right. You know, but it's an adapting world, right? That's the way that we live in.
Boom. You're right. Let's see. Arizona schools are closed for the rest of the year. They're opening up April 30th, working with industry and business leaders for a plan of economic recovery. So really, let's be honest here. All of these plans, everyone working up, this is basically them saving, I guess you could say saving the economy. I don't know if that's the right term, but trying to keep the economy from collapsing, because you saw Alabama's unemployment numbers. You know, there's a lot of people on unemployment, right? Tons.
I mean, all over the country, right?
Yeah. Like Arkansas does not have a stay-at-home order. And on April 18th, they launched the Economic Recovery Task Force, and they want to ease restrictions by May 4th. School are closed the rest of the year. So is California.
I got a question.
Yeah,
real quick. I want to go off subject, and I apologize, but it's deep in my head. So right now, I just thought about. I don't know if did you hear about basically Sweden, how they're not doing any of the self-distancing, anything like that. Have you seen that?
No. Let me look that up.
Go ahead and look that up. I don't have a link, but just Google like, hey, Sweden is not doing quarantine or whatever.
Sweden not social distancing. Let's see what life is really like in Sweden amid the coronavirus pandemic. Reporter's Notebook, ABC. Let's see. Let's see. Well, let's look. Yeah, let's see what that one is. All right, that's going on the screen right now. What life is really like in Sweden amid the coronavirus pandemic. Reporter's Notebook. Swedish officials instituted a voluntary lockdown Interesting. And
Oh, they did a voluntary lockdown?
yep. So let's see here. Sweden's approach to slow spread without lockdown. People are still out and about at cafes, restaurants, and though less busy than usual, authorities put more onus on individual responsibility amid coronavirus. All right, hold on. Let's see.
Sweden is one of the few countries not to issue mandatory restrictions, instead relying on people to act responsibly on their own. James Longman is in Stockholm with more.
Can you pause that real quick? Now I want to add another thing to that. So obviously they're not on quarantine. They're not social distancing. Whatever. They're responsible adults. That's cool. I love that. That's how we should be. But now another interesting thing is, I believe they're all like, don't they have like a chip? Like, I believe Sweden was one of those first places that were able to do like some biohacking things like that. Have you heard about that?
Well, that's a good question.
So Google like Sweden and something like with biohacking, or basically them having like a chip of some sort. I could be mistaken. I forgot where I saw this, and I was pretty high.
Oh, good call, brother. Let's see.
I just yeah.
Hold on. Let's put this on the screen. Wow, you see, I'm glad I got you on the stream, brother. You are connecting the man. You're good. I got to give you praise, man. I got to give you praise. This one's from NPR from 2 years ago. Thousands of Swedes are inserting microchips under their skin. Okay.
Yeah, so this is like the new big thing in Sweden. Like, they're one of the first very early adapters, right? So like now supposedly the majority of Swedish people have these microchips. And they're one of the people that haven't had this whole quarantine shit. Now that's a dot that's connected like a motherfucker to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I love that they're talking about, because they're responsible and great adults. Yeah, no, I love that shit. That's great. But there's like another factor.
Right. Yeah, no, I did not put 2 and 2 together. And welcome, Slay. We got Slay TV brand with us. We got the trifecta.
Nice.
Slay, man. How you doing, brother?
What's up, Slay?
I don't know if you can hear us. Can you hear me, Slay?
Gang.
All right, good. my G, my man.
I'm peeping. I'm watching. I see what's going on.
Hey. So,
anyways, man,
you did something with that GS. Go ahead and expound on that. Go ahead and expound.
So that, I mean, there's multiple things, right? Like, I mean, you can go into a million directions with it. I mean, but at the end of the day, it's like, it's interesting because you know that what you've heard, like I know I've heard, and it's all over the news. I really don't watch the news, but I already hear the shit, and it's, it's the vaccine. We're all gonna get this vaccine, and shit's gonna be great when we get this vaccine. Like, the vaccine's gonna be the greatest fucking thing. It's gonna fix it all.
Yeah.
And we already know that they had like tracking in China. Like, that was the reason why they were able supposedly to bring the numbers down so quickly. You heard about that as well, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Like, basically how they were like track them, like basically like, I don't know. That I heard basically everybody got tested and got tracked. So it's like, you connect that, and then you got this big hype for this vaccine. By the time all this shit's over and done with, most people are gonna go do their fucking vaccine. And who knows what comes with that vaccine, right? We created this new fucking great thing. It's gonna be a microchip. It's gonna do all the wonders.
What do you get?
Who knows?
A Tesla with a vintage.
But I don't know. I think it's interesting. I mean, what are your thoughts on it, man? Because I mean, that's just kind of me rambling on it right now.
Well,
I love you for that.
Slay, I'll let you get that before I get that. What's your thoughts on And the question is, what are your thoughts on the idea of vaccine, wait for a vaccine? What are your thoughts on that?
We can't hear you, bro. I don't know if you're muted.
Oh, hold on.
Hold on. Hold on.
I can hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right, bet that. But nah, you know, it's always like I said. I'm always feeling like everything they tell us, we can always switch and just hope for the worst, bro. All this waiting. First of all, they were trying to lay fucking vaccines on us left and right. Now, what you mean wait? We were out here trying vaccines that they ain't even FDA approved.
Right.
So why now all of a sudden you talking about wait? What's going on?
Yeah. No, you're
also with the
absolutely.
numbers thing. Remember the thing from yesterday you was showing me with the whole numbers thing, and they don't even know if the numbers are right.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually put that on right now.
Yeah. Let people see that because that's some bullshit.
Right. So I'm gonna put that on the screen right now. A lot of you, hopefully, you've seen this. If you haven't seen this, it is crazy. So let me go ahead and close that window. Let's close that window. I want this all to run smooth. Close that window. And I'll close that window. All right. So for a lot of you, if you've not heard it, there's a hot mic at the White House briefing. This was caught on tape on the 21st, 2 days ago. Make of it what you will. And I'm playing it now.
All right, man. Where do you go, there? You can take out the master. The case fatality rate's at 0.1 to 0.3 according to. Is it really? That's reassuring. USC. Everybody here's been vaccinated anyway. USC and LA County Public Health came out with a study. They found that there are 7,000 cases in California. But they really believe that there are anywhere from 221,000 to 442,000 people infected. Really? Yeah. So that makes it 0.1 to 0.3. There's a study you can make. So it suggests the patient's health is 10. Yeah, exactly. So the hose.
Yeah, funny. Very funny.
Right.
Let's see. Yeah, I know.
Once again, those conversations that they hold amongst themselves, well, what they think they're having amongst themselves.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, that just shows you, man. I mean, there's so much bullshit involved in this shit that it smells like it.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's definitely stinky. Because
once again, we gotta take the information we get.
Right. So let's break this down.
Something
and then
ain't right, bro.
flip it. Let's flip it. So what was said in the video?
Okay.
The video, the first part. Let's break this down step by step.
All right, man. Where do you go, there? You can take out the mask.
First thing he says is you can take off the mask. The case mortality rate is like 0.1 to 0.3. That's according to
The case fatality rate's at 0.1 to 0.3 according to. Is it really?
According to what? Maybe I guess it's the latest numbers.
Hey, real quick, I got a question on this real quick.
Yeah.
Is it me or like, I mean, do you kind of feel like maybe they would do this just to bring it out there? I mean, like, why is this out? Like, do you assume? Like, I assume.
I'm glad you're thinking. We're gonna flip
I assume that it's like, okay, we can talk on that.
Yeah, we're gonna flip that. We're gonna break it down. Then we're gonna flip. We're gonna talk about that possibility. So,
all right, cool.
He said that the mortality rate is 0.3. So it's not even 1% mortality rate for actually dying of COVID. So people are dying, but probably dying due to comorbidities, but not actually COVID itself. So that's the first point we should remember. Second point is it really? Let's let him play.
That's reassuring. USC. Everybody here's been vaccinated anyway.
Boom. Now that that has people like, you guys can see in the comments. I'm sure someone will say it. Everybody here has been vaccinated anyway. Cue the needle pulled off the record. Whoop. What did he just say? You know, everybody here has been vaccinated. Let's see. I'm sure we'll see this 100 times here. Everybody here has been vaccinated anyway. Really? And then the comments are, against the flu. What about COVID? Flu vaccine doesn't protect against COVID. Exactly. Lol. Exactly. The flu is coronavirus. In fact, there are many different coronavirus. Just read the label of Lysol. No, idiot. The flu is influenza. Two wildly different. People are going at it in the comments, but everybody heard that, and that had them shaking their head, scratching their head, saying, "What? What you mean everybody's been vaccinated?" There's no need to say that to an unrelated disease. They know exactly what they're talking about in the context of the conversation. So that's the second part. And then the third part's coming up.
USC and LA County Public Health came out with a study. They found that there were 7,000 cases in California, but they really believe that there are anywhere from 221,000 to 442,000 people who were infected.
So a study came out saying there's only 7,000 people infected, but I don't know. They believe, though, the number is anywhere from 221 to 442 people infected. Those are the three key things. And okay, maybe the last part.
Really? Yeah. So that makes it 0.1, 0.3. Study you came out with, or? Yeah, just go with that. So it suggests that patients out there is what is your right line? Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Hey, so I don't know, man. I still think that's just I don't know. To me, you know why it doesn't matter to me, and I'll be honest, like why I can't see shit like that and see that as evidence of anything, because at the end of the day, I wasn't in that room, right? Like I don't know, I wasn't in that room. I don't know. There's a lot of unknowns, but what I do know is that there is certain things that connect dots that are facts, right? Like the whole thing with Sweden, them not doing the whole shit going on. Also, like what they just said there, that the mortality rate and the numbers being off, like it's a hoax. Like that is real. Like if you look at the way that the doctors are looking at these numbers, it's ridiculous. Like they're paying people. We talked about this earlier, right? Like how there's a financial motive for you to give somebody, say after COVID, and if you get them on a ventilator, it's even more. Yeah. And I believe that there's documents showing that they're getting paid for this. So there's an increase. There's documents. So I mean, if those documents are legit, like this is a serious. Well, obviously there's financial fucking gain. If the hospital's gonna get $39,000 from this shit from the insurance, fuck yeah.
You disagree, Slay?
Bro, why you think they switching these beds in and out so fast in New York? Nah, I agree with that shit, bro. There's money on our heads for the virus, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. For real.
Yeah, like look that
There's
up.
Money
man.
on our heads for the virus.
Like doctors getting paid for COVID-19.
Come on, Shay. They gave us that 1,200 reason. they want niggas to feel comfortable. For real.
Okay. I'm gonna play this. This is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be interesting. I'll play this a little bit. Shout out to Papa Duck on this one. Go ahead and follow him on Facebook or Instagram, all that, YouTube. This guy, boom.
COVID-19 is a bunch of bullshit. But since y'all don't want me to tell y'all that, I'm gonna let him tell you. Let's get it.
This is our future and the powers with the people. Just want to let you know I am a restorative therapist. Been doing this for 21 years. I've been kind of all over the place doing this. I want to show you our equipment right here. So we want to talk about COVID-19 for a few minutes. And the first thing I want to say is, does it look like there's a ventilator shortage? There's not. Okay, as a matter of fact, we're running less ventilators right now than normally run. And that's because people are staying home, they're not having elective surgery. I want to talk about the numbers and the criteria that goes into what a COVID patient is, or a patient under investigation, what's also called a PUI. Basically, right now, the way it has been the last couple of months, when they locked us down, is that any patient that came in with a respiratory problem was labeled COVID. Now, that doesn't matter if it's you got stage 4 lung cancer, pancreatitis, and heart disease, and liver failure, and everything else. You're still, because you come in with breathing problems, you're labeled a COVID patient. Now, we have one lady who was testing first, that would go those tests went through the CDC. Only one person was qualified to test that for the whole place. So several of these patients under investigation were never tested, and maybe they died or whatever. Then they would die of COVID and not of stage 4 lung cancer or these things. This is clear that this is what's come out. Every single patient that needs one of our pieces of equipment here, any of this, if they need any of this stuff, okay, then they are a rule out COVID. And these tests have taken as long as 2 or 3 weeks to get back. We're finally getting what they claim. They've been claiming this for a month, but we're finally getting something that's going to change the game. I think that's what's going on in most places. What that also means is now you're going to see the numbers either go up or go down. I suspect we're going to see them spike up and then spike down real quick. And this is the reason for the number of deaths. So you have to recognize that if every single patient is under COVID investigation and dies, then that goes into a COVID death. And they're showing the numbers like a football game to scare you. They're showing you loading bodies into a tractor trailer to scare you. I've never in my career ever seen bodies loaded into a tractor trailer. It just doesn't happen. I wonder if those were even bodies. I really don't believe it. All of this stuff is fake. Okay? Look at our ventilators. And let's talk about ventilators and why there would be a shortage of ventilators. Well, this is non-invasive ventilation here, CPAP or DIPAP. This is a mask we strap on you and we can help you breathe with that. We're not allowed to use those. Okay? We're finally opening up to where we can use them a little bit. But for the most part, since COVID came out, they said absolutely not. That's going to cause the virus to spread all over the place by spraying aerosols everywhere. And so we can't use it. You have to let the patient crash and go straight to a ventilator. Okay? And traditionally, that's not the way we would treat a patient. We also have aerosolized medications, bronchodilators. We're not allowed to use those either. So everything that we would traditionally do, we're not allowed to do. Every patient that comes in, no matter what their history, is labeled a COVID under investigation. So if that patient dies, that becomes a COVID death. Okay, so there's a lot of weird things going on when it comes to the testing itself. I've been looking at this for about a month now, but you can also look for yourself. They were open about it on CBS News the other night. They're not testing for a virus. Like if you get sick, you go to the hospital. Traditionally, you get tested for flu A and B. Flu A, by the way, is H1N1, the one that killed everybody in 2008. They'll test you for RSV. Those are actual viruses that they will test you for. This COVID test is different. They're testing for an RNA sequence from a reaction to the virus. And look this up. Please look it up. They're not testing for a virus. There's not one.
I heard about that shit too.
Okay. Then they put it in a PCR test, which means it amplifies
Hell yeah.
any one little shred of that RNA sequence from a damaged cell in your lungs or in your nasal passage. You're going to test positive. Now, that can come from cancer, that can come from radiation, that can come from several things. So, and then you hear all this talk on the news about antibody therapy and all this other kind of stuff, people wanting to donate plasma, everything else, but they're not talking about the virus itself. They're not testing for the virus itself, and that's a big, big issue because that makes you say, well, is this as infectious as they're telling us it is? Because if it was as infectious as they're telling us it is, these would all be in use and everybody would be dying, and we're not seeing that. Okay? It's just unbelievable. Every bit of this has been created, okay? It's used the non-invasive ventilation. You have to go straight to this, the ventilator. That creates a ventilator shortage. But you also want to ask, why is Ford and GM in the business of making ventilators when we have plenty of companies that already make ventilators? You know, what kind of ventilator is it? What does it do? Who's going to train us on those ventilators? And how's it going to be tested? And then, what is the cost per ventilator that the United States is paying Ford and GM for these products that really aren't honestly needed? So all this talk you hear on the news by the governors and everybody else, we're having shortages of ventilators. It's not true. It's not true. Okay? So, yeah, we get 1 or 2 healthcare workers, but they're not positive. And, that would be expected. I would actually expect a lot more healthcare workers to get sick and come up positive. And we've had some extreme contamination issues from patients that didn't show any symptoms, wasn't a patient under investigation, and then all of a sudden came up positive. And none of those healthcare workers came up positive, got sick, carried fever, or anything else. Just to show you real quick, here's my PPE that I have to wear. Sorry. Here's my PPE that I have to wear. There's a 95 mask here, and a face shield. Of course, we got some games. Wear this for 5 shifts minimum before we can get a new one. All right. So I'm contaminating. 95 mask and the shield in the bag. It's contaminated. It's contaminating over and over and over again, and then I'm putting the mask on. Okay, I'm still here. I'm not, and nobody else is either, except with the exception of 2. If you look at the areas that these people are in, where the hotspots are, like such as Georgia, Albany, and Atlanta, you have to say, well, why are all these places happening in these condensed areas? Well, I truly believe this is something else that's causing this. All these patients have comorbidity. Older, the ones that are, in a life-threatening situation. And the mortality rate is really not that low. So if you actually look at what's going on compared to H1N1, H1N1 was a million times more scary than the COVID-19. When it comes to vaccination, you cannot vaccinate yourself really for a sinus infection. It's just not going to work. You can't vaccinate yourself for every little human ailment that there is. People are going to get sick. What traditionally happens with viruses such as this, if this is a virus, and I'm not so sure it is, but you're going to have a real spike such as in SARS, Zika, H1N1. You're going to have a spike, and then it's going to lose its efficacy, and it's going to drop. And the rate's going to drop. I mean, the people that get really sick is going to drop. So you have this initial little bang, and then it drops off. That's what a virus normally does. I'm not completely convinced this is a virus. I've been doing this a long time. Do your own homework, do your research, but the equipment should speak for itself. Does this warrant shutting down the country? Does this warrant $6 to $10 trillion in economic stimulus? Does this warrant all these things? Does this warrant the trillions long? Does this warrant locking everything up? Beaches, hiking trails, tennis courts, bars, restaurants, pool halls, schools. Does this warrant this? I really don't think it does. Not even close. So, y'all need to ask some really hard questions here, and questioning your government, questioning the people in charge, and also questioning your doctors, because the doctors believe this stuff just as much as everybody else does, but they're not looking at the real information. All they're doing is they're told something, and hey, guess what? They got lives, they got jobs, they got everything else you've got plus some. They don't care. I mean, they do care, but they're not going to go look it up. They're not going to look up exactly what this test is. They're not going to look up, hey, why aren't we getting these infection rates? They look up the little things that they're supposed to look up, and that's it, just like anybody else. Okay, so you just really have to be asked. And then for the Trump supporters out there, I'm going to ask you something. Think about this for a minute. We're doing the same thing they're doing in France. We're doing the same thing they're doing in the UK. So does that mean Trump's really in charge of this whole thing? Because I really don't think he is. I think he's being told to do what he's doing, and that's the way it is. I mean, this is a deep state Illuminati stuff, and this is the real deal. And they're shutting the world down. Okay, people really need to understand this. The world. Okay, and they're putting our kids and grandkids in severe debt. That will never be paid. And you think how many taxes you're paying now? Can you imagine what our children and our grandchildren are going to have to pay for this scam? So please look up, do your homework, ask questions, look at our equipment room, ask, why can't we use this if we're not seeing the infections? Why can't we use this equipment? Why are we having auto manufacturing? Maybe. Who's testing? The economic stimulus package. Is this going to be another corporate bailout where they, give themselves $1 million bonuses while we starve? I bet you it will be. So this is a real dangerous time we're coming into. When it comes to the vaccination, I promise you.
Boom. Appreciate you, Papa Duck. So, yeah.
Bruh.
That's it, dude. I mean, fuck.
I was about to say, yeah, if we don't ever hear from that man again, we know what happened.
Right.
We know what happened.
Yeah.
Because
summed it up.
He's dropping jewels.
Yeah. He summed it up beautifully.
It's like, I think, but fuck, this is what I'm thinking this is some type of big ass fucking start. This is a test run for the government.
Yeah.
Dude, it's
on their martial law that they want to treat. They want to, and they want to see how many motherfuckers is going to really stay in.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, he and he's not the only doctor. There's been other doctors, respiratory therapists, specialists that have come out and like, yeah, this doesn't seem right. And I think a lot of people have a spirit of something's a bit fishy about this, right? So you guys heard the hot mic moment. You heard that video. GS, like I said, he put it in a wonderful perspective, breaking it down. Was the hot mic some sort of disinformation, So that's what he wanted to get on. I'll just throw out my opinion on that. At first I tried to look at it from the possibility, gentlemen. Could it have been a disinformation? And I thought about it, and at first I'm like, maybe. But then when they said everyone here has already been vaccinated, that alone made me think it was real and that it wasn't a disinformation just putting it out there. Because if they didn't put that little part in, or that part wasn't said, then yeah, I could agree that was a disinformation. But why would they throw that heat on themselves to admit that everyone in that room, or at least in the White House, conceivably has already been vaccinated against it?
I don't know, man. It's just at the end of the day, I just feel that it's hard to trust shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's just the fact. And what I mean by that, like I'm not trying to say like it could be not, but at the end of the day, I look at it like there's a lot of truth in it.
Mm-hmm.
But look it up, like
Yeah.
that video something, but
Right.
whatever. Look the shit up, because you weren't in that room. We don't know nothing, but they did say shit. Look it up. If you have a
Right.
question about it, look it up. It should make
Right.
people
Look it up.
curious.
Right. Don't just go off with one person's opinion. Right.
Look it up. You know
Right.
what I mean? That's what matters. You can laugh at it, you can do it, but look it up, man. Because I mean, like that's how us as people can understand shit instead of like most people, man. It's like most people are going through the world of sleep right now.
That's true.
Like
That's
they're yeah, man. They're like being fear driven,
Bruh,
or they're just
bruh.
kind of,
Sleeping as hell.
or
Hibernation,
like,
man.
oh, we're good then. At least, Donald Trump got us. He's gonna get us some $2,000. Democrats got us. We're still focusing on this bullshit political game when it's like, just like he said, they shut down the fucking world, man.
boom.
I mean, it's interesting. Is all I'm saying. Like, ask questions.
Bruh.
Like that's it.
Right.
Still blinded by the money.
Right.
Blinded by the money, man. Especially a lot of people, man. And then another thing is too. Let's just say if everybody, like, this is another thing that I don't like. If everybody starts becoming just because us as humans get real fucking comfortable, anybody in psychology knows that humans love the comfort spot, right? For the most
Right.
part, right?
Right.
So
Niggas don't like to panic.
exactly. Well, people like the comfort area. They like what they know. So if you get them used to just
Right.
getting money from the government, right? Now the government basically can be like, okay, well, anybody who has this, so they can start getting back to work, you guys need to do this or whatever. Now they can tell you kind of what to do because they're paying you.
Yeah, they're paying you.
They're paying you. So then they can, okay, guys, if you guys want to start just like they make you, like in Illinois, they make you certify for your weekly benefits, right? You got to certify, write down this fucking form of what you didn't do and blah, blah, blah. That's a document you have to do. And if you don't do that document, you're not going to get your fucking unemployment benefits this next weekend. It's not going to happen because you didn't file your claim. So if they can have rules like that, then they can have any type of rules. And what I'm saying is that how we want to be? Because they're taking like the way of people's living, right? Like unemployment, where is it at?
Right.
I mean, it's I don't know.
No, I agree. I agree. And we're about to get into. We're about to get into a little. I don't want to say dangerous territory, but it is about to get a pretty lit in here. So I just want to warn you both about what we're about to discuss.
Man, he about to grease it up.
Yeah, this is about to get crazy. Whew. So I will go ahead and tie this into what we have already. Let me see here. Okay. Okay. So we're going to look at the idea of how we're looking back on this page here, talking about Sweden, and like I said, GS brilliantly brought this up. Again, a lot of people that don't know, Sweden is about 10 million people in Sweden. Thousands of people since 2017 have had microchips implanted into them. Johan Osterfund holds a microchip. His company, Biohacks International, is the leading provider of the devices in Sweden. This guy looks horrible. Okay. The technology continues to get closer and closer to our bodies, from the phones in our pockets and smartwatches on our wrists. Now, for some people, it's getting under their skin. In Sweden, a country rich with technological advancement, thousands have microchips inserted into their hands. These chips are designed to speed up the user's daily routines and make their life more convenient. Accessing their home, offices, gyms is an easy as swiping their hand against a digital reader. They also can be used for store emergency contact details, social media profiles, or e-tickets to events or rail journeys within Sweden. Proponents of the tiny chips say they're safe and largely protected from hacking, but more scientists are raising privacy concerns around the kind of personal health data that might be stored on the device. Around the size of a grain of rice, the chips typically are inserted into the skin just above each user's thumb, using a syringe similar to that used for giving vaccinations. The procedure costs $180. So many Swedes are lining up to get their microchips that the country's main shipping company says it can't keep up with the number of requests. More than 4,000 Swedes, and this is as of 2 years ago, have adopted the technology. And look at this, Biohacks International dominating the market. Chipping firm was started 5 years ago by Johan Osterlund, a former professional body piercer. After spending 2 years working full-time on the project, he's currently developing training materials so he can hire Swedish doctors to help him take on the heavy workload. This is an example. Now, this guy has a chip on his left hand, right? Many earlier adopters from Stockholm's thriving startup, 30-year web developer and designer, is really curious about the technology. He decided to get his own chip in 2014. So they've been offering this since 2014. It went mainstream 2017 to 2018, and even today. Now, why are we bringing up the chip? As GS had indicated, Stockholm has a slow to spread without lockdown policy. After weeks in lockdown in the UK, seeing people out in Stockholm's restaurants and bars enjoying some blissfully sunny weather has become a welcome shock to the system, but Sweden's approach to novel coronavirus is a controversial one. It does not seem that much has been reported on the forest press misrepresents or oversimplifies Sweden. It is not business as usual here. Government's simply putting more responsibility on the individual. They're advised, like you said, treating them like adults. They're told not to visit elderly relatives and wash their hands. The local economy has still suffered a bit, but not as much. With new numbers now suggest Sweden has as many deaths per million of population as some of Europe's hardest hit, like Italy and Spain. Government's resolves will be tested. Sweden does calculate all deaths in the country as opposed to hospital deaths, which give officials some space to argue for their approach. But if the numbers rocket, they'll have to think again. A livable lockdown for many months. Sweden's healthcare system was not overwhelmed with sick patients. 600,000 people in Stockholm will have been infected. So for a population of 10 million, that's a bit more significant. But, it's one of those things. So they're divided on it. Now, in this, there's no mention of the chip. But we look at what people want to do in China and what they may already be doing in China, tracing and tracking people via their mobile phones. And to some degree, the reason we're talking about the chip is because of what I'm about to put on the screen right now. So I'm going to take a different slant to this. This is the Bible. This is Revelations. Yeah, we're going.
Went to the book of Revelation.
It's going to get scary. The book of Revelation. 13, 16, 13, verse 16 to 17. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save that he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So we're talking about the mark of the beast. It's been prophesized, it has been discussed forever, and people have been trying to figure out. A lot of people thought the credit card was the mark of the beast.
Nah, that was just another way to spend money.
You're right. A lot of people thought the cell phone may enable something like that. A lot of people think it's a whole bunch of things. A lot of people thought it was the chip in the credit card itself.
Nah, it's the chip in your ass in 2025. That's what that is.
Maybe sooner than that.
Right.
So how do we take scripture and reconcile that with what's going on in Sweden? And how do we reconcile that with what's going on with the vaccinations? Because you saw the verbiage. It said that the chip can be injected into you in the same syringe that you vaccinated.
Ain't it a company that used that shit to clock in, bro?
Yeah. It can be used for a whole bunch of things. So we're going to tie some things together. So we saw the book of Revelations. So let's take a look at Mr. Bill Gates and Microsoft. So this is from the Gematria Effect News. If you guys don't know what this is, this guy, he goes in. They break down all this stuff. Definitely subscribe. But let's just kind of hear what he's got to say about this, because he breaks it down. We're not going to go through you can listen to this on your own time. I'll put the link in the chat, but we're just going to hear the first bit. Now, this, as you can see, this was just patented last month on the 26th. So let's just see exactly what Bill Gates got going on here.
Great helper, great researcher. Last night, he joined us in Gematria School and tipped us off about this patent filed by Microsoft, the computer company formerly headed by Bill Gates for 33 years. And there's a lot of things that are really interesting about this patent, starting with the number. Notice the patent number, W02020, 2020, the year it was filed in. But then 060606, clearly a 666 in this patent number. And the publication date was March 26th. That happens to be the day in history back in 1953 that the polio vaccination came out, March 26th.
Is that accurate?
This year it was also the date
of
that Economist cover that said everything's under control, and had the hand of God with a leash around a man's neck, and the man had his face covered with a mask, and then the man is walking his dog, and the dog's face is also covered with a mask. The Economist cover March 26th, everything's under control. Like we talked about, what that cover was referencing is big tech and the technology surveillance that's being used right now to enforce the coronavirus measures that are being put out. But this patent comes out March 26, 2020. And what this is about, as you can see, cryptocurrency system using body activity data. So this is a concept for a form of electronic currency that could reward or punish the person based on what they're doing with their body. So use your imagination. If you're in compliance with the rules, for example, maybe you're not getting fined. But say you're not in compliance with the rules of Big Brother, you're getting fined. For example, you're not obeying curfew, you're not social distancing, or whatever other abstract rules they could come up with. It is very creepy to think that this kind of technology exists and could very well be implemented in a not too distant future. And then the fact that they put 666 in it, of course, that's a number we've been talking a lot about recently with what's been encoded in the headlines in regards to these big tech companies from Google to Apple, who, of course, Apple priced their first consumer computer in 1976 at $666. But from Google to Apple to Microsoft to Bill Gates, we've been talking a lot about the way they've encoded this number in stories. Now here it is in a patent number. And this is exactly what's going on right now. This whole thing, world being locked down, it doesn't really have anything to do with a virus. That is the excuse for what they're doing. They're creating financial chaos. They're destroying people's livelihoods. They're destroying people's personal businesses. They're going to put the world in an unpleasant situation so that when they come out of this situation, they'll be more desperate than they were before it began. And
see? Told you.
Just like they're talking about right now, the governments of the world are talking about rolling out ideas like, rebuild programs, put out jobs for the people. But these are going to be low wage paying jobs. But for people who are out of work and behind on their bills, they'll be quick to scoop them up. Anyhow, this is a big move right now. It has a lot to do with the economic world. It also has a lot to do with the surveillance world, the ongoing police state, the control grid that Big Brother wants for their new world order. And you can see it all in this one patent right here. A cryptocurrency that monitors body activity data. And for people who think this sounds far-fetched, you probably don't own an iWatch. I don't become more important. Those Apple
Right.
Watches,
Watch, dude.
they know how many steps you've taken in a day, what percentage of your day you spent sitting, what percentage you spent walking, what percentage of your day you spent jogging, running, sprinting, bicycling, how far you
bicycling,
how far you
How
went
long
on
you
the hill.
slept.
It monitors all sorts of
what?
things
How long you shit for?
you wear on the outside of your body around
Jesus
your
Christ, they're watching series. That's a
every
badass watch.
that goes inside your body.
Right.
And now technology that also can have financial incentives and consequences. Think about it. Think about it.
So, like I said, if you want to watch the rest of that, I'll put that in the chat. But yeah, so let's make sure everyone's kind of understands this. So you got Sweden, and what is the first thing they said here?
And I'm sure if you look at the recent numbers, they're even more, right?
Oh yeah. Well, I'll try to find the recent numbers. Proponents of the tiny chip say they're safe and largely protected from hacking, but one scientist, now one out of thousands, is raising privacy concerns around the kind of personal health data that might be stored on the device. And this patent, if we look at the patent again, let's just take a quick look again. The patent is body activity data, which is health data, right? So, like you said, if you've got a chip inside you, put in with this vaccine, and you're right, just use your imagination. If you're not social distancing enough, you're out past curfew, it can hold financial implications. So let's say that, and again, we're using our imagination here. None of this is proven. This is for you all to do your research and come to your own conclusions. But let's say we live in a place where there's a social credit system. I don't know, kind of like China. Shut up, Wendy.
Yep.
Shut up, Wendy. If a lot of people don't know about the social credit system, but y'all gonna learn today or tonight. You're gonna learn.
Shut up, Wendy.
Dude, that is crazy. Yeah.
We connect the dots, baby. We connect the dots. Y'all about to learn about the social credit system in China and maybe coming to the rest of the world.
Where she goes, Oh Young Hallyu is followed. What she buys, how she behaves, is tracked and scored to show how responsible and trustworthy she is. It's called the social credit system, and in one version now being tested, a person's reputation is scored on a scale of 350 to 950. And Hallyu, with a good score of 752 is okay with it. In fact, most people are.
Is a mechanism like pushes you to become a better citizen?
It's big data meets Big Brother, expanding how the government monitors, understands, and ultimately controls its 1.4 billion citizens. Thanks to advances in artificial intelligence and recognition, and a web of more than 200 million surveillance cameras. Are people bothered by privacy concerns?
We think the lot of camera keep the safety is really good. We can accept it.
Companies are experimenting with the algorithms to help the government create the new national social credit system. The government also has pilot projects. In one, citizens are required to do hours of unpaid work to get benefits and score for things like littering, a messy yard, gossip, even jaywalking. Video of offenders is shown on the local news. And information collectors are paid to report on their neighbors. Per quota, 10 entries a month.
What?
Like the man who carried a dog. He says good social credit gets rewarded with perks like
Oh my God.
But a bad score means public shame and worse.
What you mean public shame?
Kaysen didn't pay. Now he's on a government blacklist. I can't buy airplane or train tickets, he says. And it makes it
Yeah, bro, they doing bogus.
They do them dirty.
And few here are willing to criticize him. Something that
they put your credit score on the TV on the street, son.
Life that comes with it. Janice McIntyre, NBC News.
Savage.
So I'll say it. What the fuck?
They savage. They put your shit out there on the street, bro.
Yes. That's going on in China right now.
Bro, don't talk to me if you got a 250. We ain't in the same league.
So we saw that. So you're seeing how they're doing it in China, and they don't have those people chipped. Now you couple that credit system with what they got going on in Sweden with this Bill Gates patent, and he just said he can't buy plane tickets, he can't buy train tickets. You put all that together, and what does that make? That makes it right here. No man buy or sell said that he have the mark on the name of the beast. That sounds like the mark of the beast to me. And this was told how many years, how many decades, hundreds of years ago? You're seeing it all come to fruition.
They wild.
Now
that's wild.
Let's take it a little farther. You know, I thought I took it far enough. Let's take a look at this. This is the stimulus, the $2,000 payment plus $1,000 a month until 1 year after the crisis ends. Whew. Okay. The CARES Act provided many Americans with financial relief of $1,200 stimulus check. I still haven't got mine yet, but I'm not.
They doing you dirty.
Yeah, right. You exposing too much, man. We can't give them nothing. The program rolls out, it has become apparent that lawmakers that more financial assistance is needed. There are currently several proposals from various lawmakers that provide Americans with ongoing financial. You can learn about the current proposals here. We may pull that up. So you can add automatic boost or ABC Act proposal, which is introduced by Rashida Tlaib and Pramila Jayapal. If approved, ABC Act would provide every American with a Boost debit card that is preloaded with $2,000. This card will be reloaded with $1,000 each month until 1 year after the end of the COVID-19 crisis.
Y'all ain't about to track my spending habits, nigga.
Exactly. The bill called for the use of a prepaid debit cards to assist those who are unbanked or do not have access to checking services. Who would be eligible for the $2,000 stimulus payment and $1,000 reoccurring payment? Taxpayers, dependents, non-citizens. We're giving fucking
the Mexicans.
Well, I mean, not
okay. I'm out here. They out here.
Yeah, Mexicans. But
nigga beer about to be off the shelf out this motherfucker.
Right. Individuals who do not have a bank account, social security number, or permanent address. People living in unincorporated territories or protectorates or Americans living abroad. So they break all these down. Dependents. This gives an example of a family of four, a prepaid debit card for each taxpayer and each dependent. So a couple with 2 children will receive 4 debit cards, totaling $8,000 for a
I'm out here.
I know. I know.
I don't want it, but I'm out here if it does happen.
Non-citizens, this would include permanent residents, undocumented individuals, and temporary visitors whose stay exceeds 3 months. These prepaid debit cards will be reloaded with $1,000 a month until 1 year after the crisis.
Dude, look, man, all this is
this is bullshit. Another way to trap your ass.
Yeah, dude. It's just like, so we're going to continue to give our rights to government.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, like, that's all we're doing, right? And I mean, if you think about it, like, let's just think about it. Like, I just thought about it right now as you were saying this. So if we continue to do this, the government has more options to be socialist if they want. Because at the end of the day, the most valuable thing we've noticed is data, right?
Right. Data, yes. Yes, it is.
It's the most valuable thing. So, I mean, it's obviously money driven. And if the government has all the data, then I don't know. Like, I don't know, man. Like, if you become dependent on them, it's fucked. Like you said, the whole
yes, super fucked.
The whole Bible relations to it is also like it's there. You know what I mean? Like they've been saying this for years, right? So it's a mixture of things, because if it is that, right?
Yeah.
Then what do you do? Just enjoy the fucking ride, right? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I mean, and
the fuck up.
Yeah, and that's what I will be kind of getting into, because, well, here's the deal. So you're seeing how that's happening. Now they're saying debit cards, but I saw an article where they were talking about, here it is. Finally, Emergency Money for People Act, this is a different act. So this is the one that I read up on. So these are the 3 proposals: Emergency Money for People Act, Rent and Mortgage Cancellation Act, Getting America Back to Work Act. So this is the one that I read about. This is the 2000 stimulus I read about. The Emergency Money for People Act, introduced by Ro Khanna and Tim Ryan, would provide $2,000 monthly stimulus check, $4,000 for married couples up to 12 months. Unlike CARES Act, all citizens age 16 and over will receive the full payment provided they earn less than $130,000 per year, $260 per married couple. Those who claimed as a dependent on another individual's tax return would also be eligible to receive the stimulus payment each month. The CARES Act prohibited stimulus payments to anyone who could be claimed as a dependent on another person's taxes, eliminating many high school and college-age taxpayers and adult dependents from 1,200. And, of course, people that owe back child support. They don't care about those. Yeah, that shit, man. The Emergency Money for People Act proposal also calls for an additional $500 per child, maximum of 3 children. So here's the eligibility. 16 or up, okay? 16 or up. Married couples earning less than $260,000 will receive $4,000 a month. Qualifying families receive $500 per child, up to 3 kids. Eligibility includes those who are unemployed or have no earnings. Can you imagine being in high school getting $2,000 a month?
It's not. No, I was just about to say no. It's not happening. For one, in the black community, what's the percentage of them little niggas that's 16 to living in their mama's house age is getting that goddamn card?
Exactly.
As soon as that motherfucker in the mail, give me that shit.
Yo,
bro, come on, bro. My mama would have did that shit. She would have said it just like that too. As soon as the mail came, give me that shit. You got me fucked up. You live under my roof. You gonna help me pay some bills, motherfucker.
Listen, with $2,000 a month, you get your own spot. Now,
you could, but that ain't happening.
Right. Eligibility would be extended to recently unemployed who wouldn't qualify under 2018 and 2019. So if you didn't do your taxes 2018, 2019, you still getting this shit. Now, this is the scary part. Finally, the Emergency Money for People Act would make it easier for citizens to receive stimulus payments, allowing you receive payments via direct deposit, checks, prepaid debit card, mobile money platforms such as Venmo, Zelle, or PayPal.
There we go.
Now, what is not being added to that is obviously it's going to start out like that. Eventually, though, it's going to get to the point where once you get the vaccine, as Bill Gates put, I mean, he's the one that's been fronting the vaccines. So how do you know this cryptocurrency isn't going to be in the vaccine in the form of the chip? How do you know that?
Upload the cash to your chisel.
Yes. And if
Damn.
you ain't abiding by the rules, then you ain't getting your $2,000 a month. Right? You feel me? You feel me? So it's going to start out cash, but I think in a couple years, if this goes on 2 years, you're going to see people already have the chips in them with the vaccine.
Yeah, people are going to sign up to do it, man. I mean,
Right.
and
yeah, I'm good on that. I don't want that.
Right.
And yeah, I don't know, but I don't know, man. I also feel like what's going to happen is people are going to revolt, and then they're going to be able to, like, obviously, like, stricken down even more rules and shit like that. You know what I mean?
I agree.
So, like,
if people revolt, then there goes martial law. And if people
Turn
don't
into the Baltimore riots out here.
right. So
and I
it's
mean, like,
almost,
even when there's peaceful rallies, like you've always heard about it. I'm sure you have, if not, but like in peaceful rallies, like the CIA, FBI, operative agents like that, they will actually send out people to actually cause a ruckus just to make that peaceful
Oh, on
rally
purpose.
into
Yeah, hell yeah, bro.
to basically a violent
Cause some
rally,
shit.
right?
Right.
And then so it's like even if you do a peaceful rally, you get somebody who's not really with you guys, but they start doing shit, gets people riled up. Then guess what? Now your fucking peaceful rally turns into a violent rally.
Right.
More laws become and shit like that.
Right.
It's like you can't win with those type of things, and it's like the way that you can win is obviously like doing this shit and having people connect and just having conversations and being like motherfuckers. We want answers at the end of the day, right? Like,
right. Yeah, a lot of people thought the whole hot mic situation was something that will cause Americans to rise up, and then boom, there's a need for martial law. But basically, they're stacking the deck. So they're like, if y'all niggas chill out, then hey, we're gonna hook you up. I mean, doesn't this sound good? Don't you guys want $2,000 a month? You guys aren't gonna have to worry about anything.
So did they take that? Did they take that whole package thing after this hot mic thing happened, or what happened first?
So these proposals were. How old is this article? This article came out 2 days ago. Hot mic happened the same day. Okay, yeah, it happened on the same day. These three proposals were offered on the same day. Now,
that makes me think that was more reason on purpose it was put out. Like I said, man, they're passing laws that they want to be passed out, man. And then also like another thing, like with 5G, that's another thing.
Yeah.
Like with 5G, then also like even if you don't want to talk about the health connections with it, right? Like let's just leave that out of it. Just the technology being a whole lot more advanced, they're gonna be able to track even more. Like right now you're good at tracking, but imagine with 5G, it's gonna be down more. Like iPhone, Apple Watches can get information right now, but once they have 5G, they're gonna be able to get even more information.
Yes.
So it's all like proposition in that way, and then also like the health problems. I mean, if you look up health problems with 5G, any of those fucking G's, they've all caused cancer and shit like that, and they get worse as the more we go up in frequencies, because we're don't they even use that shit to break up riots and shit like that?
Yeah, I actually that right now the iPhone 11 currently outputs 200% over what the FDA regulates for that type of radiation right now.
Are you serious?
Yeah, let me find the article. No shit.
And everybody just scooping them some bitches up, huh?
iPhone
I
11.
got myself one. Damn, I knew I should have stuck with Android. Motherfucker. Everybody had one.
Everybody had one.
Everybody like iPhones, bro. iPhones are the best. We united.
Bro, I had one that lasted 6 months, and I was like, "Yep, I'm going back to my big ass
Came out in
Android."
February.
Man.
Sorry, I don't want to burst your bubbles, guys. This is Business Wire, Berkshire Hathaway. Okay, so you guys can see that an independent lab found iPhone 11 Pro. Maybe you don't have a Pro.
I do.
Oh, fuck.
He got the full package.
Yeah, maybe you didn't go.
Ultimate radiation, motherfucker.
Maybe you didn't floss. Maybe you didn't floss.
He gonna warm up his dinner on that son of a bitch. Oh my God.
The iPhone 11 Pro emits more than twice the FCC's legal safety limit of radio frequency RF radiation from a cell phone. The test opens up the possibility of many other phones expose users to more radiation than legally allowed.
Basically saying that there could be other phones that are doing the same shit. That's wild.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude.
Exposes specific absorption rate SAR of 3.8 W kilograms, even though FCC's maximum exposure should only be 1.6. Tests were performed using FCC guidelines with phone 5 millimeters away from a mannequin engineered to simulate human tissue. If a device is closer, for example, in a pocket, exposure could be increased even more. Let's see. See iPhone 11 Pro test result graph. Shit.
God damn.
Oof.
That motherfucker.
So there are cases you can buy that block the radiation.
Oh, okay.
So if you just straight bare iPhone, if you got a case that doesn't block anything, you're getting all this.
If you got one of the cheap ass cases.
Yeah, if you get a Gadget Guard Slim case with Alara technology, that'll reduce it to just definitely almost half what the FCC. And if you get a rugged case with Alara technology from Gadget Guard,
is that like the OtterBox?
It's probably a different brand, but probably if you look at the Gadget Guard, you could see if an OtterBox has the same stuff.
Same stuff. Oh, okay. I was about to say they sound like some super official ass case, bro. It's just like $100.
Yeah, it do. So they did the study on the iPhone 11 last fall. Pembra Brands replicated the cell phone radiation test completed by Chicago Tribune. Tests confirmed the iPhone 7 radiation levels are more than 50% over the FCC safety standard.
Damn.
So even the iPhone 7. Shit.
Ooh. Murking niggas with radiation.
So for a
it's
long
just the iPhone thing.
Yeah. It's just it, period.
Yeah. So you're gonna, in order to keep yourself from getting torn out the frame, you're gonna need a phone case that actually protects you. Everybody right now is getting tore out the frame. Everybody that's got an iPhone.
Shout out to all my bitches with the $5 cases that sleep with their phone under their pillow at night. Shout out to y'all. I love y'all. Sneaky assholes.
So let's see. That's at 5 millimeters, I believe. Hold on. Let's say that's at 5 millimeters away. That's how much you're getting. So yes, I mean, we got to see how far. So if you put it on your nightstand and you're sleeping from your bed and your nightstand is about 1 foot to 2 feet away from you, you're fine.
No, actually, I sleep to my phone. Is on the other, completely other side of the room.
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say my shit on the side of the room. Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, we don't care about that shit.
At least when you're asleep, you're fine. Now, when you're going throughout your day, no, you're not.
I mean, I'm not.
Is it in the case or is it in the pocket? You got like a hip case, or you keep that shit in your pocket?
No, I keep the shit in my pocket.
Right, me too.
So consider that. That's just as it is now. Just like GS said, you add 5G to that. The World Health Organization classified RF radiation as possibly carcinogenic in 2011, and National Institute of Health found clear evidence that RF radiation causes cancer in animals. We are animals, right? Causes low sperm count because our phones are near our nuts, headaches, head, effects on learning and memory, hearing, behavior, and sleep. Them bitches you were just talking about. Look at this, man. Look at that.
I told you,
dude. It's
bro. I know y'all all know them motherfuckers, bro.
Yeah,
it's
come on, man.
It's fucked, bro.
All my baby mamas did that shit. I was like, why y'all niggas be sleeping like that? Oh, I know why.
Yeah, and then they wonder why they can't go to sleep or got insomnia.
Yeah. Wake up about 2-3 in the morning. All you gotta do is listen real slowly. All you gonna hear is vibrating like a motherfucker.
Like, turn your phone off.
Don't put that shit somewhere else. Don't nobody want to go through your shit.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm lucky. I guess my wife don't do all that shit, guys.
I'm trying to tell you.
You're right.
Man,
just leave it in the same spot.
My first couple attempts, oh man, Jesus Christ, I had to work my way up to one like yours. It's a hard night life out here.
Yeah, for real. So that's how we're tying all these things together. So we see the potential and the propensity for all of this to snowball into what we got here. Okay. So I mean that's kind of what we're looking at. Now we're not saying this. So I know a lot of these streams connect all these dots and a lot of it seems hopeless, but I want to say this. And my father, I talked to my father the other day, and he said something very profound. And it was profound because it came from God. So check this. All of these things can happen. All of these plans can be made. All of these things can be implemented. But in truth, and I believe this, in truth, depending on what you believe, all of this is going to happen in some way, shape, or form. Is it going to happen exactly how they believe it's going to happen, or these powers that be, quote unquote, projected to happen? Absolutely not. No one has that level of control. And one thing you can't do is allow them. It's good to know what's going on, but it's not. But you don't want to come from a spirit of fear. I've said that a couple times on a couple streams. But there's nothing. You don't want to be afraid. You don't want to give them that energy. You know how when you're talking to somebody or a chick's talking about, I'm not even gonna give you the energy, stuff like that. Energy. They run off of fear and chaos and negative emotions. They eat that shit up like energy, like they're energy vampires. They put all this stuff out on the news, like the dude said, the respiratory therapist. They're showing death numbers like there's a fucking football game. You know what I'm saying? That's for no reason other than to get people's energy, negative energy, and feed off that. You can't be afraid of this stuff. Now, I can understand if you don't believe in a higher power or you don't believe in anything, if you don't have some sort of foundational basis, a lot of this stuff's going to look hopeless. But you got to remember, they're following a playbook. And this playbook, those that understand what's going on when we connect these dots, this playbook has been foretold. It's not hidden. You can find the playbook in the Bible or in Google. You already know what it is. You know what time it is. But we all know how the story ends. And the story ends that evil is vanquished. A lot of people are going to die. There's no front. A lot of people are going to die. But a lot of people will be saved. And you got to understand, you can't have any fear. These people don't control you. And you can choose what you do. You can choose how you react, and you can choose how you move. And if you know the story and how it ends, then you're going to know you're going to be one of those people that are going to make it. Not everybody's going to make it, but you will. So don't be afraid. Hold your head up high. Stay prayed up. Continue to help people. Like GS said, and Slay said, now's not the time to distance yourself from people, spiritually and emotionally, now's the time to come together and help each other out. If you see an old lady that needs to cross the street, you could choose to, you know,
100%.
you know, you still
That's coming.
yeah. You can.
I'm just fucking with you. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm trying to reconcile that with myself. You know, you ultimately make the choices that you make. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Don't let the negativity bog you down. I mean, I know who I belong to. You know what I'm saying? I know that the only thing I need to worry about is being the best person I can be, and everything's going to work out.
Right.
I've never been lied to in that regard. Okay, ever. And I know what I got to do. Sometimes I get caught up in the world. The world is a horrible place sometimes. Okay. It is. It's cold. It's not fair. It was never meant to be fair. The only thing, you know, we got fire. The world is cold. We got fire and things warmed up. Things got a little better. But the point is, this place, this rock we live on, it's not a very nice place. But that didn't stop our ancestors before. It didn't stop our grandparents. It didn't stop our parents. It didn't stop us. It's not going to stop our children. It's not going to stop our grandchildren. And the line goes on.
True shit.
So don't fret. Get on your job. Learn some new skills. Forgive people. Work together. And stay positive and combat that. And stay prayed up. You'll be fine. That's all I want to say with that. I know it's a lot of gloom and doom, but we're going to be straight. That's all.
That's the best way to put
Yeah.
it, man. Like that.
Right.
That was well put. Yeah.
Perfectly put.
Because it's basically it is what it is. We know what it is. It's been told, and in that way, that hey, more than ever, we should be like, all right, cool.
Right.
We know what it is. We know what side I'm on exactly. So, yeah, just, the most important thing is continue to be good human beings. We can't let this shit destroy us ever. It's everybody loves.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Can't let the man win.
Exactly. Because listen, we know what they're doing. We got MK Ultra, so they're trying to mind control you through your TVs, through the radio waves, through the phones. They're practicing magic, black magic. They're practicing alchemy, astrology. Think about how crazy this is. They're trying to attack you on multiple different levels: physical, spiritual, mental. Yet it's not enough to stop you. Think about that.
Yeah.
They're doing 20 different things against you. You must be powerful. Someone must be protecting you. Because if you were that easy to get, it wouldn't take 20 different plans to stop you. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't take. Why? They wouldn't have to put so much effort. People got to understand this is a battle for souls at this point. It's a battle for souls. They're trying to collect at this point. They're trying to keep you from realizing your potential, realizing your spirit. Yeah, you ain't gonna let that happen.
I don't know.
No, not at all.
You gotta hold it down.
Exactly.
Been doing it. Might as well keep on doing it.
Exactly. For a lot of people, this is scary for them. For black folks and other folks that have dealt with the type of shit we've gone through, this is a Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. This shit ain't this ain't nothing we ain't been through before. This is our entire existence. Y'all getting this for what, 3 or 4 months? Get out of here.
Right. Ain't stopping shit. People still need the same damn thing.
Exactly. Exactly.
The same shit. I'd like to give a shout out to Donald Trump for giving everybody that stimulus money, because all you retarded ass niggas ain't want to do nothing but buy reefer.
Right. Exactly. That's all they're gonna do. That's all they're gonna do. They're gonna
appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all helping out. Shout out to COVID-19 for that. But other than that, yeah, y'all better be careful out here.
Yeah, and not to
Messed
take that
up.
away from my friend, but don't be tricking off the money neither. Come on, man. OnlyFans, no, don't do it. They're getting it. Let them pay their own bills.
All right.
Don't trick. You ain't got to trick.
You ain't got
I
a
know
trick,
you want to
bro.
trick. Trust me.
Right.
I see the booties too.
Yeah. Oh, they out here.
Yeah, I
They
see.
out here.
Don't
They
trick.
out here asking for the stimulus, bro.
They asking for it. Hey hun, y'all get the text. Y'all get the hey hun. Oh wow.
Yeah, they out here trying to get stimulated, bro. I'm telling you, you gotta watch out for them, bro. They out here.
Hey hun. Who's waiting to get back on that pole? Strippers. Wait till the stimulus comes and you mess around and give people $2,000 a month.
Ooh, I'm making house calls for that ass. What? I'll put the pole in the living room.
Yeah, there'll be a joint venture.
Exactly.
But yeah, in all serious, people, I understand. Everybody's got a drug of choice and a vice, and people just want to let all of this kind of fly by them. But we all got to put in some work to make sure that our rights are staying intact, so that we can indulge in different things without it hurting us. And actually, I can't imagine being in a strip club knowing that someone has the ability to go into my home and plant something on me. Crazy shit. I can't go to the strip club and know that, damn, I got a chip in my hand, and they know I've been at the strip club for like 2 minutes and my bank account's dwindling.
Yeah, I mean, you can fucking swipe your chip across the stripper's ass to pay her.
Crazy.
Instead of putting money in the bitch thong. Now that'd be some crazy ass shit.
It would be.
Yo, what if you swipe too fast and your bank calls you and be like, "Is that you swiping on ass?"
Exactly.
Like, that's what the world's about to come to, bro.
Exactly. Well,
like your banker is gonna know you personally. It's like, damn, nigga, you stay at McDonald's. Like, you gonna be talking shit when you see him.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you guys have heard this. I've heard rumblings. I don't know how true it is. I gotta look it up. I've heard rumblings that when they go to legalize marijuana nationwide for recreational and medical use, that they'll also be putting up a vote to try to legalize prostitution as well. What do y'all think about?
Well, ain't nothing wrong with a little pussy, but Lord Jesus, damn, that's a tough one now.
I
Because
mean,
that's the whole. That's a whole nother line of work. You know what I'm saying? Now pimping it, I got the hair and everything, nigga. We can, like, we can open up shop, baby. I mean, not a good for kids though. It's scary for that generation, bro.
Yes.
Yeah,
because you're talking about.
But why would it be now?
Yeah.
Okay, so why would you be against prostitution being legal as it is in some other parts of the world?
Right. I was about to say it's other parts of the world, man. Pimping is real. You motherfuckers.
I mean, let's
is
just
out
think
here.
about it though. I mean, like let's just be very like.
Yeah,
honest.
let's unpack it.
At the end of the day, it's like it's adults, right? And if that adult wants to make that decision with the other adult, then
what's the fuck is the difference if I meet you at the club or the gas station?
Exactly. All it is at the end of the day, hey, if that guy, I mean, we could talk about vices and all that good stuff because vices I believe in too, and I believe that you should never have anything ever control you. That's something that I believe very strongly in. Even though, like, we all have vices, it shouldn't be that way, right? Yeah. And that's self-control, right? So it's like that's self-discipline, that's self-whatever. So even when people say that, oh, but it's gonna, whatever their excuse is, like, it's gonna create perverts.
We already have them.
Like, okay, we already have them. You know what I mean? Like what's this got to do with anything? They just do it somewhere else.
They're here already.
Exactly. So it's like, I feel that we should. I feel like we should just be treating people like adults. And I feel like drugs even being illegal is not. It doesn't make sense. Like at the end of the day, we're all fucking adults.
So
at the end of the day, if people want to do stupid shit, they're gonna do stupid
I
shit.
mean, and if you do legalize it, don't have it back like it was back in the day where you just got bitches on the corner. Nigga, be more sophisticated. We got technology now. I can set up this online website, motherfucking. You can just scroll through, pick a bitch, and she on the way.
Scroll through, and pick up.
Yeah, that's it.
What you gonna
that
call
way
the
you
app?
know kids ain't, huh?
What you gonna call the app? First,
the hills have thighs.
Oh, this dude has thought about it.
What you mean? I'm ready. I'm ready, bro. I've been ready to be a pimp for years. Started a couple times, but I got to get it right. What you mean? We out here. We got an app for that.
Listen, Listen, I'm from a Chicago suburb. I lived in the Chicago suburb for most of my life.
They were on your corner.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Aurora has changed.
Chicago, they were on your corner.
Yeah, no, listen. I know I've know pimps, and trust me, life is very alluring. But a lot of these, not that I know anything about prostitutes or anything, I don't know nothing about it. But from what I've heard, a lot of these chicks are renegades, man. They don't want no pimp.
Yeah,
they can pimp themselves, and they ain't trying to split no money.
And you know what? I would agree with that. I would agree that if we did allow prostitution, that I'm not saying, hey, if they want a manager or whatever, that's their choice.
Somebody has to watch this bread and make sure people paying. But either way,
regardless of how you feel about it, but I mean,
well, you don't even need that though. If you got an app and they doing half and half,
that is true. Because if you have an app, and if you pay for it beforehand, hey, you come in here to deliver, honey. It'll be like Airbnb. If you don't deliver, I'm going to write you a bad review.
Right.
If these chips are installed, we can't do no app to app. We got to wait for that motherfucker to get there and get to swiping our hand across that ass.
So I'm sure they have it set up right. But,
yeah, that's true.
But I mean, yeah, that should be it. I don't know, man. I mean,
I don't know, right?
I feel like when we make shit illegal for adults, it's kind of dumb. Like at the end of the day, they're adults, right? So I mean, I feel like that shit should be legal.
So listen, I'm going to give my unpopular point of view. Listen, me personally, so
okay, hold on, Joseph. Let me just ask you a question. So you personally feel that it should stay illegal then?
I think selling pussy should stay illegal.
Okay.
The reason why I think that is because, and yeah, this is sappy, but think of the children. Because if you're legalizing prostitution, I mean, think about how many women just got OnlyFans this Corona COVID. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. Okay.
We know what women will do when they're in dire financial straits, and we know what women will do when they're not. Some women just want to trick. Just want to hoe. Some women just want to go on the pole. This will be another step in a world without shame. I think shame is very important for the fabric of society. So if you got little girls that literally can say, can you imagine picking your daughter up from school, if any of you have daughters, and you be like, hey baby, how was everything? Everything was good. We had bring your parent to work school day, and they were talking about their jobs. Okay. And what did little Jaika's mom, damn, I don't want to say it. Let's go. What did Beth's mom say? Yeah, let's switch it up. Beth's
mom, man, middle class white bitch.
Mary Beth. Sorry, Mary. What did Mary Beth's mom talk about? Oh, she sells pussy.
What the fuck?
Really good too.
Joseph, how high are you, bro?
He's over there lit.
I just, I didn't want to wrong name. I just wanted to.
I said Mary
Mary
Beth.
mom. Mary Beth's Mary Beth's mom.
And he's still trying to save it.
What did you say? Yeah, she said she sells pussy.
I'm dead.
You're like, wait,
But bro,
I think I want to sell pussy. Can you imagine that?
My hand in that
That'd
class.
be crazy.
I'm raising my hand if I'm a student. I'm asking how much it
bro.
go for. All
That's
that.
already happening, right?
No,
Yeah, bro.
you
Yes,
no, but like hold on. Like,
I mean, in the next 5 years, kids are gonna have their parents there as fucking Instagram models and shit.
Dude,
no.
like let's just
fucking
no, bro. Just
TikTok stars.
Just take a look back, Joseph.
Okay.
It's there, bro. Like that society that we lived in. Let's just say 20 years ago, where you were like, oh, the cute, shy girl and whatever and all that shit. It's less, right? And the reason it's less is like you said, it's already out there. It's already with these Instagram models, Snapchat. I don't need no man. All this other stuff that's already embedded in heads, right?
Yeah.
How many relationships fail, man? And I mean,
all
when relationships fail, right? So
bro,
when relationships fail,
what do they
teach? What do they teach to the kids? Because the kids are going to be living in those relationships, right?
Yeah.
So they pick up those habits. So I'm saying, like, that shit's already there. At the end of the day, it's all based on that human, on that person as an individual, on what they want to do. As an individual, who do I want to be? And as an individual, if you want to be more an Instagram model than a mom, then that's your fucking choice.
They're gonna come hand in hand. But I get what you're saying. It is a personal choice, and who are we as bystanders to
Doesn't
say?
God say, "Y'all shall not judge"?
Judge not, lest he be judged.
You should not judge.
I mean, I've
exactly.
seen shit since COVID. There's been a bunch of motherfuckers that used to be regular moms and turned into damn models on Instagram.
Yeah, I know on my Facebook.
Do I see it so much, bro? It's wild. It's wild.
Yeah, and I'd be like, yo, what the fuck wrong with these bitches, man? I know these motherfuckers.
Right.
Ooh.
But we know what Instagram models do when they get flued out to all these places. We know what goes down in Dubai. Do we really
man.
That?
Oh man, you do you.
Yeah,
oh man, you don't want to talk about that. I heard some shit about them motherfuckers.
Yeah, I went there.
What you heard?
Go ahead, Slay.
Bruh, nah, hold on, wait. I done heard some crazy shit. Like they be fucking pay a bitch to come down at my vote. You got to come down that bitch first. Then they put the motherfuckers on boats or like in hotels with a bunch of them fucking dudes, and they just be running straight trains on these hoes, bro.
Shitting on them, pissing on them, all of that shit.
Yeah, bro. Like it's crazy. Like some of the motherfuckers get trapped and can't come back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, bro. They out here. Don't fuck with the niggas in Dubai.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Nah,
crazy.
It's just like I'm going to Dubai for these 10 racks from this dude.
Yes.
Yeah, you better hold her and tell her you love her.
Yeah.
Because she ain't coming back.
Exactly. And if she do come back, she'll never be the same. But I guarantee you, she'll never be the same. She'll make that same trip that time next year.
Oh yeah, because bro, where's the article? I know you got the article somewhere. It's a whole story about this chick.
Dude, that's
you remember
so
the
wild.
remember it's a whole it's a chick that has a whole monologue and she wrote what happened to her when she went with her friend. And it's disgusting. Like it's totally disgusting.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
dude,
bro.
It's like straight like straight just selling your soul. Like you just straight up just selling yourself as a person.
Like dead ass. I read that shit and I was like, damn, I don't even want no pussy for a whole week.
That's just horrible.
Just felt like they're just over there doing horrible ass shit. These are the same people that just let women fucking start driving. Like what, a year or two ago?
Yeah.
Here it is.
Like, come on, bro. Like these bitches was inside like COVID-19 for the past hundreds of years, bro. Like, wasn't nobody coming outside, bro. Nobody, bro. Yeah, bro. They been covered their whole life, bro. These bitches ain't never seen outside.
Look at this. Anonymous IG model breaks down how much money she's making going to Dubai to get pooped on. The world of IG model is quite a scene, man. One anonymous IG model went explain how wealthy men pay her just to be in her presence and do other things if you smell what the Rock is cooking.
Oh, if you smell.
You shit,
Yes.
did it? He said, "You smell what the Rock is cooking?"
No, you should have been like, if you smell, you should have hit that motherfucker.
Confession one. One of the open secrets about Instagram is that rich men use it to catalog on 4 separate occasions with 3 different men I've flown, all expense paid, put in 5-star hotels, compensated $5 to $10K a night. Oh, come on, y'all. To hang out with the millionaire/billionaire who found me on IG. I discussed with other IG models. They've all been approached. 2 of these occasions I was flown to UAE, on one of southern Italy, once to Costa Rica, to a party, and I ran into 4 to 5 other models all doing the same thing. She claims sex parties happen, just like Slay said. Wealthy men have strange fetishes like peeing and pooping on them. But for $10K a night, it is worth.
Bro, see what I'm talking about, bro? And the bitch okay with it because she finna go get that Gucci bag Monday.
Right.
Like, that's what these motherfuckers is really thinking about right now. Yeah.
That's wild, bro. Just straight selling your soul for that money, bro.
Yes, bro. Like, yeah. Well, that's what happened to that chick that you ain't seen in a while, and all of a sudden she racked up.
Yep.
That's exactly what happened.
The DR got the fat transfer.
Oh yeah.
You know. Confession too. If you're a straight male model, we do a romantic shoot together, there's a 95% chance I will end up effing you. There is like a 25% chance I will be satisfied after effing you. Male models are great to look at, and a lot are very charming, but they are so sexually entitled that most make minimal effort to please their partner. If you're a gay male model and we do a romantic shoot, there's a 95% chance I'm effing you. One of my ex-boyfriends, friends with benefits, or if they aren't available, lucky schmo. Yeah, so 10%. Wow. Okay, so yeah, you can see that it gets crazy. It gets really weird. So yeah, that's the deep dark secret of Instagram models. They're a whole different class of prostitute, or have the propensity to be.
Oh, and just for any of you ladies that thought, for any bitches that thought they were safe, Snapchat hoes, Facebook hoes, y'all are in that category too. Also.
Anyway,
yes, they are.
That's wild.
OnlyFans, all these bookings, like booking. You know what I'm saying? I see you on a flyer. At this club, you're hosting a party. Okay, and you do bookings. What do we do with these bookings? Exactly.
All right, gentlemen, I am gonna have to ride out.
Get
ready for Texas tomorrow.
Yeah. Be safe, bro. Be safe, man.
Hey,
be very safe, bro.
Y'all as well. We should do another freaking feed again. I love talking to y'all.
All day.
And yeah, guys, have a good weekend.
You too, GS. Be safe, brother. Always a pleasure. You always welcome.
Thank you, man.
Believe it.
All right, later.
All right, peace. But yeah, bro, it's Instagram, you know, so
they're all the same.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I get it, you know, prostitution I just think it'll destroy what little marriages are gonna be left. I think it's gonna like destroy young women. I mean, I know they're out here doing, most of these chicks nowadays got their premium snaps and all that and doing all this crazy stuff. But you know, we don't want that to be the norm, right? We just want that to be something people do. But you know, let's be real, we don't want our daughters doing that. We don't want our daughters getting pooped on and peed on and making that some like semi-acceptable. So, you know, I know, you know, being able to buy pussy would just make things a lot easier, because then you really don't have to deal with women like that. Is you don't know a lot of it. No, not us, but some men, you know, only listen to a chick talk just so they can smash. So you eliminate the need to have to actually talk to a chick and like get to know a chick. Then, you know, like
pretty much just got a bunch of motherfuckers running around with a dick in their hand.
Exactly. So the societal impacts will be grand. So that's why I'm not for it. you know, but I can definitely see the argument for and against. Man, that
Right.
shit, what a roller coaster of a topic.
You the one that got greasy with the topics. You talking about we just want to get into some shit. Well, there you go.
Oh, I mean, I broke down Revelation, going to social credit, going to Swedish RFI chips, going to Bill Gates and his vaccine and his cryptocurrency patent, and then stimulus, which went into. But yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, so
how they gonna track what you spend.
That's
They'll give you that little chip in that card. Yep.
Yeah. So, but proposal 2 is interesting. Proposal 2 just stipulates, hey, you don't have to pay rent or mortgage for up to a year. So I see a lot of older people saying they much rather not pay rent or mortgage versus getting $2,000 a month.
Right. Right.
But you personally, and I see younger people would much rather have the money. So you go for the money, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they would like that shit anyway because they're already set. Motherfucking young people need money.
Yeah. They do.
Because they got some checks rolling in regardless whether they doing shit or not.
That's very true. That's very true.
Now, if you take that shit away, then like if you take away their Social Security and shit like that, retirement, then they're gonna have a problem. Then they can make decisions, and then I bet you they'll take that fucking 2000 too.
That's true. And let's be real. I mean, it's not like we were gonna get Social Security. You know what I'm saying?
No, we're not getting shit.
So
we're definitely, no.
Yeah, everything is going on now. Yeah, I don't see it happening for us.
At the rate this shit is going on, I don't see retirement or Social Security at all.
Yeah.
I don't see a damn bit of it. You cancel Christmas and all that shit.
Yeah. So yeah, man, it's we just gotta stay prayed up. But I mean, yeah, you're right. I just don't know. Yeah, crazy.
It's crazy. There's no set where we're still just sitting back watching and seeing what the fuck is gonna happen.
Right. Exactly. And it just boils down to what's gonna happen.
And what stimulus? What bill did he sign today? Didn't he sign some bill today? I seen on the news.
Now I didn't get to. I don't know. Let's see. Trump.
I didn't read it. I haven't read into it yet.
5 hours ago, Trump suggested.
I didn't see the details.
House passes what? House passes $484 billion stimulus package. Okay, let's see
that one. That's what I saw. Yeah, that's what I saw from
that. I didn't know. Let's see what's in this package.
Yeah, because it happened at like 5 or 6 this afternoon.
Okay, so let's see. Starting, okay. $484 billion stimulus package approved Thursday drew overwhelming support from the House. More than 4.4 million Americans filed new unemployment claims last week alone. Shit. Another string of weeks with huge new jobless numbers, and Labor Department reported. Study results reveal White House task force indicates sunlight and humidity can weaken the coronavirus. Officials cautioned the findings were not so conclusive that Americans should abandon social distancing, though. I want to see what's in that package. What's in that package?
Yes.
House gives final passage of Corona relief bill. What's in it? Okay, so this looks like it's just for small businesses. House passed nearly $500 billion interim Corona bill Thursday. Includes additional for small business loan program, as well as for hospitals and testing. Okay, so Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Is it for that whole bed situation?
So you since you're a small business, you know that there was that program that gave you like a 10K loan or like a loan program, and not a lot of people got it. The money ran out.
Mhm.
This is like a second round funding for it. So if you didn't apply for it,
Mhm.
I mean, you certainly can if you need to. I think being able to apply for it opens up today, actually, because it's Friday. Argue the package, yeah, definitely needed to include funding for states and cities. Was the only Democrat to vote against the bill, which does not include additional funding for states or local government that the Democrats had sought.
Right.
Bill includes $320,000 billion for Paycheck Protection Program, which was passed last month because the money ran out due to high demand for giving. So yeah, this is a free 10K to small businesses to keep their employees on payroll. So just a free 10K.
shit.
So if you got a small
Everybody in my
business, it's like that's free money for you.
Yeah, everybody in my plaza closed except us, so we booming right now.
Oh yeah, then yeah, get that money, G. Get that money. It's yours.
Right.
Because I'll be honest
Like
with you, they didn't tell a lot of black folks about this. A lot of black folks didn't get that money the first time.
They had to just find out. They just found out. They found out after it was done with, after it was over with.
Exactly. So definitely get yours. The bill would provide $60 billion in loans and grants for Small Business Administration Disaster Relief Fund, $75 billion for hospitals, $25 billion for corona testing. President Trump expected to sign the bill at the end of the week, but Thursday came by. He said he'll sign it tonight. So yeah, that had nothing for the American citizens, but I'm glad small businesses are getting money.
Right. But then we also got to look at it, which ones are going to get the help.
Yeah, only the ones that actually can get their money in. So, yeah. Well, that's
and I heard they done stop giving motherfuckers I heard a couple motherfuckers say they still ain't got no stimulus money.
Right. Yeah. Like that's what I'm saying. They gotta. I thought it may have been too soon for them to be looking to do another one, but nah, man, they definitely do need to be looking at something else. But I don't know. Would it be better to? Would it be better for people to get $2K a month or not have to pay rent or mortgage? For up to a year.
I'm telling you, I'm with the no rent, bro.
Yeah, I think the no rent, I can rock with that.
You know how much I can save doing that?
Let me do my math. Let me see here.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Because you got to look at your expenses like this. I mean, well, okay, so look, if there's no rent, then what the fuck are you still gonna charge niggas for lights and goddamn? How we gonna do it? Because maybe you gotta have lights to have rent.
Well, because the rent and mortgage cancellation proposal, full rent payment or mortgage payment forgiveness for your primary residence, no debt accumulation for renters or homeowners, no negative marks in your credit history. How would landlords and mortgage lien holders get paid? The bill would establish a rental property relief fund out of the money and home lenders relief fund, both managed by the Department of Housing. The fund would pay landlords and mortgage holders to cover losses associated with tenants and homeowners not paying their rent or mortgage payments. Landlords and lenders would be required to follow federal guidelines for fair lending and renting practices for 5 years in order to be eligible to receive funds through the rent and mortgage cancellation. So basically, government's going to use a fund to pay your mortgages and your rent for you, and the landlords and mortgage companies have to agree not to pretty much be unscrupulous for the next 5 years in order to get the money.
So they would get a different version of your money from them, but slower.
Yeah, exactly. So that's it. Basically, what they're doing for student loans right now, for actual people with student loans, where you don't have to pay your loans for the next 6 to 12 months. Well, 6 months right now. You're not accruing any interest, and you can resume paying when that time. You don't have to pay anything additional. So it's like a true forbearance, a true forgiveness, at least for a year.
Right.
Yeah. So for someone that was their rent's like $1,200 a month, yeah, they're for a year they're being able to pocket 14 grand. So let's just take the person that's able to pocket 14 grand. Plus they get the stimulus check.
Yep.
15,600. And let's also say that person's on unemployment. So that's 1560. 1560. 15,600. We know you're getting 600 a week.
Yep.
Let's say that's times 4.
How many weeks?
And let's just say that's going to go on. So that's 2,400 a month. Let's say this whole thing goes on for another 6 months, times 6. So that's 1,440. So 1,440 plus 15,600. So in a year, someone could pocket 30K from this crisis.
Right. And that's a lot more than half niggas is making.
Yes. And
that's what 18 to what 24 is the average.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's unemployment. So for the next 6 months and not paying rent. Wow.
You feel me? And if you're me, I'm still doing a bunch of shit. So I'm still gonna get that anyway because I'm still getting paychecks. So you can double that 30, and I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna pocket all of this 60.
Exactly. So I mean, if this gets passed, I mean, people are already gonna come up on at least 4 to 6 grand just off of what's already been passed.
Right.
So you can come up pretty healthy. Like you could buy a home, you can get a mortgage, you can buy a whip, you can invest, buy land. Like this is a shitty situation, but you can definitely make a come up off this.
Yeah, if you're smart.
Yeah, if you're smart. Yeah. And
if you don't be a nigga, like the Boondocks would say. If you don't wake up and be a fucking nigga, you might be all right. If you're smart. You're smart, you'll be good.
But you're right. If you're a nigga with it, then you're gonna be broke.
And that's what they want to. And that's what they want to see when they put that card in your hand too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but see, like you said, that's a good point, man. With those debit cards, they're tracking everything you spend your money on. Everything.
Yep. They know what that random withdrawal for 20 is every damn day.
Exactly. I'm gonna just put this in. I'm gonna need the cash. I'll take the check.
And
keep it off the grid
and be done with it.
Exactly.
But people don't think like that. They go wake up and just swipe.
Right. But dog, that was the kicker. That was what? There was 14 plus 15,000. 14 plus
15,6.
15,6. And we didn't account for. Okay, so fuck the 15,6. I mean the 14,000. We keep the 15,6, and then we implement proposal 1.
Right. With the 2,000.
Yeah, $2,000. That's 24. Damn.
Right.
So you could come off of 53,000. Let's see,
for nothing.
Expenses. You could definitely pocket 30K in the bank if you're doing it right.
If you're doing it right.
Yeah. And if you're living within your means, doing it right, there's no reason by this time next year you can't have.
Say this is a chance. So say this is another part of depopulation, and the government's giving everyone a chance to become a certain class. And once if you don't put yourself in that middle bracket or that high bracket, they kill your ass off if you're in that lower bracket because we gave you a chance to survive and you did dumb shit with it.
That's exactly what I was thinking in my head. You're in my head. That's exactly what I was thinking. This is exactly what that sounds like. That's bro.
Because I'm outside the box, bro.
Bruh, You right
This
there.
is a chance for you to place yourself. It's not just like the Chinese people's credit system, but it's a chance to put yourself in a certain fucking bracket. And if you don't fucking do, it's a wrap for that ass.
Exactly.
Because it's not our fault. It's like once it's over, you're gonna be in instant poverty and there's no way out.
Yes, that's exactly right. Slay. Beautiful summation. That's exactly what this looks like to me. This is like almost like a lifeline they're giving us without us not really knowing it. And they're like, okay,
yes,
because we know we're about to tear you niggas out the frame. Take this. Let's see what y'all do with it.
Exactly.
And niggas, I mean collectively everybody, not just black folks, but collectively.
Oh yes, we know.
Citizenry, yeah.
Wow. So now it describes a person, place.
Yeah. So you'll be lucky to have a job after this. But if you have a job, I mean, most Americans don't have $400 for auto repair. So
not on the spot.
If they do it right, and actually keep a job during this time, and let's say you get the $2,000 monthly stimulus, they'll be all right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you'll be all right.
They're giving you a chance, bro.
Yeah.
It's like you said you wanted to do this. Now let's see how many of you invest or how many of you buy a chain and some fucking rims.
Right. Because I can see when that housing bubble pops, if I can have 50, I mean, I won't have 53, but if I can have like 30K in the bank and take
imagine what you can
buy
do.
A property.
Imagine what you can do.
Hell
you're talking land, you're talking a crib.
Mm-hmm.
And a nice lower than your fucking rent.
Right. Save what you're making in your salary. Save the 30K. Take 10. Buy some property or some land, and then take $5,000. Put it towards, like I said, starting a business or something, and then save the rest, or be even more conservative than that.
Exactly.
Or, find somebody you can invest in. Be like, yo, I'm trying to do a startup. I'll throw you 2-3 racks. You get 5 people, throw you 2-3 racks. You start your business, you pay them back with interest. Boom, you good. You ain't need to go to a bank.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
You got your own financial back.
Mm-hmm. So right now, it'll be crucial for Black folks to learn how to work together and use group economics.
Yes, not to do other shit.
Right.
But smart shit.
Because I'll be honest, man, you're right. If everyone has approximately 30 to 40K in the bank and they fuck that off, there's no way you can be sad for them if they're in poverty after that. No way.
No, there's no way, bro. There's no way. There's no way. And then once again, let's think about all the ghetto ass mothers that are going to take the money from their children. So you're talking about doubling their shit off the gates.
Right. Exactly.
If y'all fuck that up.
Right.
If you can't start a business with that.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. And what kills me though, and I hope if they do the 2-month stimulus, they gotta uplift. They've gotta get rid of that whole back child support provision, because that's keeping a lot of brothers from getting this. A lot of dudes in general.
That's gonna get a lot of people fucked up.
Yeah, it's like we know who the blah 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 unwed back child support fathers are, and they're predominantly this. So this is how we can do this, but keep it out of their hands. I'm like, oh my goodness,
right?
Like those are the folks that actually really need it.
Yeah, because they hurt. Fucking work 2 weeks to bring home $11.
Oh my goodness.
I'm trying to tell you,
bro.
Couldn't do it.
And like you said, like the baby mama's gonna be a financial guru with the joint.
Yep. Oh.
Yeah, because you
get
some of this money from
out here.
Oh my goodness. Sheesh. Right. And see that would be crazy if everybody gets that type of bread. I would definitely caution being out here in the streets getting any of these chicks pregnant because they're gonna drain all your resources, all of it.
They out here looking for a check.
The divorce. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Soon as they get pregnant, it's an automatic 500.
Right. Oh my. Ooh. In addition to what they're getting now.
Yep.
Oh,
500.
see, now that's gonna destroy some shit because we know how these chicks. Not all. There are some great mothers of children.
Right. I was about to say, yeah, 20% of them will be all right.
Yeah, 20%, and that's a very generous number of you.
Yeah, it is a generous. For me, not sitting down doing the statistics with technology, that's a generous ass number.
That's cold, man. That's
cold.
That's cold.
Cold.
Let me ask you a question. Was there anything you wanted to bring up or talk about? Anything that was on your mind,
bro? Yeah, bro. We're gonna get into some shit. That's what's on our shit. We're gonna get into some shit. You got us doing some extra diving now, bro. We're diving.
Yeah.
You're getting into the shit that people are fucking running from.
True.
For one, I do want people to realize that you're getting half the message on TV.
Boom.
That shit is not real. That's television. That's what I like to tell my kids. It's television.
Television. Whoa.
It's television, bro. Television. Knowledge is power, bro. Knowledge is power, bro.
Yeah.
Knowledge is power. And you know what? Sometimes you gotta pick up shit. Like this year, it's crazy as hell. I've done a whole lot of shit, made all types of investments, fucking around with a whole lot of money. But this is actually the first year since January started. I said, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start reading books because I never did that shit. I never sat my black ass down and read a fucking book.
Yeah, books are powerful. I'm right,
bro.
I'm right there with you. I do not like reading, but I've been reading a lot more.
Bro, you got to expand your knowledge, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to. That vocabulary has to expand, bro. You got to realize certain shit. And people got to also realize that people don't just come up with shit on the fly. Everything that people are telling you and shit that's been in history has been shit that's been talked about forever. We've seen movies that fucking shit like Pandemic and shit that got us prepped for COVID. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like,
no, you're 100% right.
Like all these infections and shit, bro. And what's the whole there was somebody that had a chart of the diseases that happened throughout the years, and they're all like in timed order.
Oh, for like election years and stuff like that?
Yeah, like with the polio, and then you got the other one that came out.
Yeah, polio, H1N1.
Yeah, yep.
All those other things. Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, come on, bro. And just like your man said, this shit ain't just happened. This shit was made up. This shit was made.
That's true. Yeah, you're right.
Shit was made and handed out like a flyer, bro.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely, yeah. Yeah. Like right now.
It's always major cities, bro. You know what? I'm convinced that if you fucking listen up, children, if any children ever listen to this, I'm convinced that if you get older and you move to a place like Dingleberry, Milwaukee, nobody or nothing will ever happen to you. You will be good.
Yeah. Man. Yeah.
I swear to God.
Go ahead, preach to him, bro.
Like fucking places that people are like, oh yeah, let's go there. Yeah, don't do it. If if you yell out the name of a city and more than 3 motherfuckers in the room say, yeah, let's do it, don't live there, bro.
Okay.
Las Vegas, don't live there. NY, don't live there. I don't know how we survived in Florida, bro.
Florida is so wacky. I can believe it.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know how we survived. I think it's because we adjusted when we were kids.
Hold on. This can't be real, dog. This can't be real.
What the hell? Wait, what?
U.S. citizens married.
Well,
Yo,
that's racist. That's racist.
The coronavirus stimulus package was meant to put emergency spending into the economy.
Oh.
But there are issues. It helps stimulate business and products. Now, though, we're learning that all the strings that are coming attached to a hastily paced package, including the fact that U.S. citizens aren't eligible to receive the money if they're married to filed with an immigrant who doesn't have. Wow.
So is that why some of these people ain't got their money?
Maybe. So,
damn,
you get the people on back child support, they ain't getting it, and now green card marriages, no way. Okay, and undocumented. Okay, man, he covered all the bases, didn't he?
He covered all the bases.
Trump said, just one more way Trump administration way to attack immigrants, no matter how they arrive in this country. Look at this! Look at their smiling face, bro. Look at it.
Yeah, they're smiling and shit. They're happy as hell.
Yeah, man. That's
my god.
You gotta read.
Fucked up. See, that's why they don't know, because that shit's not on the news, bro.
Mm-hmm. You gotta read the fine print. Wow.
Well, shout out to all my niggas that found love from bitches from other countries.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're
y'all.
right. You're right. Because if you are a brother that been traveling and got you a nice
or yo, wait, wouldn't that affect mad niggas in the army and shit?
Yeah, you're right. Because no.
Like if you married a bitch that's Russian and she's not a U.S. citizen,
includes U.S. citizens if they're married and file taxes jointly with an immigrant who does not have a social security number. Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah,
because a lot of them just get a fucking passport. They don't become full citizens here.
That's true. Dang.
That's fucked up. Look at him. Mías necesito dinero. No más, governmental, no más.
What did he say? You learned a little bit, huh? She said,
she said.
Are the children.
Look, she's showing us. Mías 4 niños, mías necesito pollo y arroz, mías no necesito dinero. Trompas now. Look, and that's the bro, and they not lying, bro, because that's the whole restaurant.
Yep.
That's the whole restaurant, bro. Damn.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
But I never thought I would see a time where illegal immigrants would be mad they're not getting money that's supposed to go to citizens. That's wild to me.
Right.
That's why
you can't be. I mean, well, damn. Yeah, because if we was visiting Mexico,
right,
and them niggas started handing out 500 to every nigga with a taco, we wouldn't get none either. So you're right.
Exactly.
But that's kind of fucked up.
That's very.
But it's kind of fucked up that they can stop American motherfucking homeboy or American whatever from getting their shit through.
Right.
They pulled a boss move.
Yeah. But I mean, that's I don't know, man.
It's like one thing to say you ain't get money if you're one, but it's another thing to say you ain't getting money if you're one, or if you hang out with them motherfuckers.
Right.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, that's
That's your man. I didn't even. Wow, that's a blow. That's a low blow out there.
Yeah.
Damn. See, that's why I say people motherfucking better read, bro.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. If there was no other
Gotta read, bro.
Yes.
Wait. Yeah. See how we just came across that. There's no way. There's no way to find that.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah, that's
at all. There's nothing that would even make me remotely think about that. Like, oh, can I get can I get my money if I'm married? Like, who would even type that in? So you gotta read, bro.
yeah. Yeah, it's wow.
What do you think about sports trying to come back?
I was just looking at a Bay News 9 article about Tom Brady gets to Tampa and gets kicked
Oh
out.
my God! Wait, hold on. Let's talk about that.
He got kicked out of a park.
See, this would be a good fucking segment for the debate show.
Oh yeah, the debate show. Yeah, we do need to talk about that at some
We need
point.
to talk about that. Yeah, but fucking so Tom Brady, the grandpa of the NFL,
Yeah,
goes to Tampa.
I know, of all places, and William Gronkowski too.
Oh well, yeah, because his boy's there.
Yeah,
His boy's there. So he just caused the uproar from every nigga, from Bush to goddamn Nebraska.
Yes.
And you know what? Tampa is gonna be lit. But now, why I called him
sick. They're gonna be fucking sick.
Bro, you know how many people just became Buccaneer fans? I never thought I'd say it. But you know how many people just became Tampa Bay. Yes, Tampa Bay Buccaneer fans.
Yep.
One of the worst ever be made. Ever.
Yeah.
Other than the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
But they're gonna pack that house. Raymond James is gonna be so big. Okay, you know what? If they win a title with Tom Brady, I'm gonna be the first to say they're gonna build a new stadium.
You think so?
Yes, Raymond James is shitty as fuck, man.
Oh, I've never been. I always walk past it and drive past.
You've never? Oh my god! Don't worry, you're not missing much, bro.
So you think they're gonna?
I never was a Peter Pirate.
In time for the.
Yeah, they're gonna rebuild.
That's crazy to think that.
Bro, it's not gonna. You gotta look at it. Have you seen? You've been to HCC, bro.
Yeah. Yes, I have.
It's right across the street from HCC, bro.
Yeah.
But
no, I'm
the
not.
fucking Raymond James Stadium is in the middle of the fucking hood.
I've just never been inside, but
how long do you think Tom Brady is gonna pull up there?
So you think Tom Brady's gonna walk in the business like, yeah, we need to do something about this, and the whole and our taxes, our like okay, and then raise our taxes and get this motherfucker built because that's how we pay for these stadiums, our taxes,
right?
But I guess they're like, fuck it, we got Tom Brady, we'll pay more in taxes.
We got Tom fucking Brady.
Wow.
And now we got Gronkowski.
But this is funny. You read this. Brady joins Bucks after 20 seasons with the New England Patriots. Brady signed a 2-year, $50 million contract with Bucks last year, joining the worst winning percentage in the league. A team with the worst winning percentage in the league.
I told you.
They're saying Rob and Tom are gonna make us winners. And he said, y'all don't even need to trade for us 5 years. Tom, we will take your 42-year-old. We will let your 44-year-old ass play, and we'll pay you $25 million a year. Please save us. That's all that was. Tom's like, fuck it, okay.
Bro, I'm getting 50 M's to lose.
Yes. Because if
there's no requirements for me. You can't tell me I need this from you because, bitch, I'm the GOAT. Okay?
Think about that. You replace Jameis Winston with Tom Brady.
You're basically letting Tom Brady move to a spot that he was looking at and moving to anyway when he retired.
Right.
And he's going to fucking play his last game in his front lawn. instead
Yeah.
of goddamn up the road and have to move all his shit afterwards. That's all.
Right.
That's all that happened, bro.
But honestly,
Come on, bro.
I think he would have stayed in New England if the owner hadn't been caught in that prostitution sting. I really believe that.
Well, yeah, but you know, Tom Brady was fucking them bitches too.
True.
So he had to run from the press.
You're right. He had to distance himself.
He had to keep that clean face.
Yep.
Because 2 years ago, if you would have been like, "Hey, Tom, you ever think about going to the Buccaneers?" He would have been like, "Don't ever ask me no stupid shit like that ever again in my life, and get the fuck out of my face." It's not like Tom Brady just woke up one day and was like, "We're going to Tampa."
Right.
He was like, "I got 2 years left in me, maybe 3, if I win a Super Bowl."
Right. And
where
this
the
is
fuck do I want to end this shit?
Yes. So even if I play shitty on the worst team, everybody will think it's the team and not me.
Exactly. If I go 8-8 for 2 years, bro, I'm the greatest thing next to fucking whoever.
That's true. He doesn't even. He has to win maybe about 5 to 6 games.
You gotta look at Tom Brady's career like a fucking sitcom on fucking TV. You know how when the main character walks in, the crowd just reacts to everything that bitch ass nigga does?
Right.
That's Tom Brady. Rather he throws an interception or a fucking touchdown, the crowd's gonna react to everything he fucking does, and he's gonna be awesome.
Now
it's Tom Brady.
I'll be interested to see how many Patriots fans were Tom Brady fans versus just Patriots fans.
It's a lot of motherfuckers like that are only Tom Brady fans, bro. It's just like that era when fucking Michael Vick had that whole thing going on. Niggas wasn't Atlanta fans, but they loved that black motherfucker there.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just like that. You're gonna have mad people switch up and be buying Tampa Bay Buccaneers jerseys now, and they'll be telling you, "Hey, I thought I was a Patriots fan. Hell, no, I'm a Tom Brady fan. I go where he goes. Don't worry, they're always out there.
People can't
and
wait.
Even if they don't start like that, they get drunk and then they turn into that. So it's cool.
Exactly. People cannot wait to get that Brady jersey. They're gonna be like, $200 a jersey. I'll pay
The
it.
Buccaneers have never sold so many jerseys, bro. The Bucks have never sold so many jerseys before a game has been played in their life.
Yeah, but also think of this too. Like, even if Brady doesn't do good this year, Brady ain't going nowhere. That whatever coach doesn't make it work with Brady, they're done. They're done.
Or whatever player tripped him on that one play that he was about to do something with. Whoever.
Yeah.
No fucks given.
But I do like how they checked Brady. They said, bruh, all the parks are closed. Even you are not immune.
Right. You see, he went to the. You see, he was had a meeting with his one of the coaches, and he fucking went to the wrong house.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he went to the wrong house, and a fan was like, "What the fuck are you doing here?"
Oh, yeah, I'm just
He gave the interview and everything. Right? He was like, "Yeah, I was looking for food." He's like, "Yo, dude, that's the wrong house."
Yeah.
So that was on the news. They enjoyed that from Brady today. But fuck that. We're about to see. Even if they even have a season, how about that?
Right. Yeah. No,
Whenever coverage over there.
I think it'll work out. I've never been in football like that, so I ain't gonna jump on no bandwagons or nothing like that. But I do know one thing.
Right.
This house I'm in right now, I am definitely going to Airbnb the whole motherfucker in time for the Super Bowl. I will be staying with my parents, and I will quickly wrap up whatever money I can from this house. I don't mind.
They will definitely go after it too.
Be like, oh yeah, this is you right on the highway. Take it straight to the stadium. Highway.
Yeah, I was about to say you can take it right there.
Yep. Exactly.
Take that right up the road.
I'm waiting.
Y'all have fun. And you could, what? And the motherfuckers that live close, y'all hit them up with that parking. There's gonna be mad people out there that was never out there before. There's gonna be some new Tampa money coming out there because there's a lot of goddamn yeehaw, goddamn drinking ass niggas that love Tom Brady. Okay, they will pay you that $40 to park across the street from the motherfucking stadium. So get on your shit. Y'all get out there at that stimulus money that they've been saving up and fucking go ahead on. And if you didn't know, Buccaneer fans, right now is the best time to buy Buccaneer season passes because they're still cheap as shit because the team is still fucking ass and they still know they're not about to do shit this season. But if you're a true fan, go ahead on and pick that up. You can pick that up for under your stimulus check. I'll let your boy.
Dang. Buccaneer season pass. Let's see.
So you already know what it is. Mm.
So let's see what those prices. Curious, you know.
Check them out, cuz. Check them out. Check them out, cuz.
Season.
Give me them before Brady passes.
Buy now. Let's see. Buy now. Dedicated member.
Look, they're ready. They're ready. Now it's buy now. Look. Dedicated Bucs fans.
Ticketmaster said, "Oh, okay, okay." So,
see, now this is where it's gonna fuck you up. Now you can. I ain't talking on the damn field.
Wow,
ain't nobody got that kind of bread.
1,400. Yeah, that's a bit over with stimulus, but yeah, I mean that's 138 is probably the best you can get right there.
Oh yeah, that's the bro. Any other team, you're paying way more than that, bro, for them seats.
Well, this is 524. That's
that ain't bad, bro.
It's not bad. Okay.
To be at every game, that ain't bad. You can still see everything from everywhere.
So for your stimulus check, you can get right here. I don't. Is that a good? I don't know.
That's the end zone. That's a good seat. You catch passes that are overthrown and fucking field goals if they kick too high. You can keep the ball.
Okay.
And when players score, people love seeing that because when players score touchdowns, sometimes they give the ball away.
Oh, okay, that's true. Okay, yeah. So these are pretty good seats. You can get.
They're feasible. Because, bro, if you ain't got $200 to add on to your $1,200 stimulus, that's your fault.
Exactly. Yeah, but you can imagine people spending their stimulus on this.
Bro, there's gonna be a whole hood section out there, bro. I'm telling you, there's gonna be a whole hood section out there. Shout out to my hood niggas in Tampa, Florida. Tom G and the gang. They're gonna be right out there.
Yep, exactly. Nah, I agree with you on that.
Come on, bro. The Buck fans that's like them.
I think Tom G lived in New Tampa.
And bro, you do. I think you do. I was about to say, I think you do.
I'm like, that's good enough for me.
Right.
Okay. Well, y'all see it here.
Y'all do y'all thing with that. Y'all can watch time. Well, and this is, I'm pretty sure. So y'all know this is the only season that's gonna be like that because now that Tom Brady's on the team, these prices will probably be updated before the start of the 2021 packages.
Absolutely. And
you're not gonna pay that much to see Tom Brady. We got to pay for his contract, buddy.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly. Food and merchandise discounts 15%. Yeah.
Yep.
And these are just home games, so. Oh shit. Damn. Okay.
I wouldn't do it. I'm good.
Yeah.
Y'all have at it.
Yeah. I'll be out there on the side of the road selling food.
Right. I was about to say I'm more so into the tailgating portion.
Yeah.
Rather so the game.
Exactly. Now I've never seen a luxury suite. So this is the real. So the rich are the.
Oh nah, that's yeah.
Sheesh.
That's when you want to sit with Tom Brady family and shit.
Yep. Exactly.
I'm good. I'm super straight.
How can you afford this? This is crazy.
And you know what's the crazy part is? You're paying to be even further than the people that are in the seats that you pay for. but it's only because it's enclosed and you get unlimited amounts of food, I think.
Damn.
And drinks.
Yeah, they ain't even got the fucking price up here. That's how you know it's expensive. They ain't even got the price.
Nah, it's like a real nigga already got this number, so we just gonna show you some pictures.
Right. Look at that. You can tell that is not whack pizza. That crust.
Nah, bro, she's over there, bro. Nah, they're not. They don't have the same food y'all got, like people got in the damn stadium. They got real shit. They got motherfuckers cooking their shit.
Yeah, look at it. Cheesecake, parfait, nigga, parfait.
Right.
Someone's grandma, you know. Look at it. Karen.
Somebody in there whipping.
Yeah, Karen up in there.
Karen.
Oh, it's just
Karen's in the building.
Just a little.
She's out here.
Yeah.
No.
Trying to get it. I'm like, all right, Karen.
I'm trying to get it. Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, I'm going to end this. It is 1:33 a.m. I gotta be up at 6:33. So I know, I'm dastardly, but this was definitely worth it. Appreciate you, Slade, for rocking with us.
All day, anytime.
Of course. Everybody out there, this is Real Talk, Real People, Slade TV. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Slade, don't forget to put a link to your channel or whatever you're doing in the comments, whatever you want to plug. And context is everything. Don't worry, God's got it. Y'all gonna be straight. We're all gonna be good. We're gonna make it to the show. We out.
God bless.
God bless.